This young man is our protagonist, Lin Ye. You could say he's incredibly lucky, as if his ancestors' graves were just blessed with good fortune. This luck helped him awaken a super mythic grade talent, and the very first thing he did after receiving this talent was to choose the priest class, a class that specializes in supporting others. Of course, Lin Ye chose this class because of his mythic grade talent. This all began 8 years ago when a powerful, unidentifiable force distorted space and time. This led to creatures from another world invading and slaughtering indiscriminately. Casualties were heavy, the population plummeted, and the survivors named this apocalypse the Demon Tide. However, there was a silver lining. The shift in the magnetic field brought forth a class system that made humanity stronger. People could now awaken innate talents. They would then choose from various classes within the system. Upon choosing, they would gain the skills of that specific class. These skills could also be used in the real world. Moreover, the awakened talent would determine a class holder's destiny. From that point on, intelligent people began a new way of life and combat. Society focused on nurturing and strengthening these class holders, establishing academies for them. Using real-world events as a basis, the system created game-like dungeons of varying difficulties with challenges of different power levels. This was all done to level up and train the next generation. And today, at Zhangcheng's #1 class academy, an awakening ceremony is being held for its students. In the Awakening Plaza, countless students are gathered waiting. Suddenly, a holographic screen materializes before them. Students, you have all completed your theoretical studies at Zhangcheng's #1 class academy. Today is an incredibly important day. You will awaken your talents, and it will also be the first day you set foot into a dungeon. So let's begin. Trust in your years of hard study. You have been prepared to become the class holders who will protect humanity, even if it costs you your very lives. Now I will call out the students by name. When your name is called, step forward to awaken your talent. Following the principal's speech, the students grew excited, including our protagonist, Lin Yi, who was also among those waiting to awaken today. I've been in this world for so long, just waiting for today's awakening. It's finally here. Awakening. A talent is crucial for a class holder. Talents are graded as common, rare, legendary, and demigod. And then there's mythic grade. I'm not sure where the information came from, but to this day, no human has ever awakened a mythic grade talent. As for the classes, swordsman and mage are the most sought after, followed by others like assassin, summoner, warrior, and so on. The absolute worst class is priest. Their healing is weak, their mobility is terrible, and they have no offensive power. They can't turn the tide of battle, so they're at the very bottom of the class hierarchy. They're so useless that in normal dungeons, other classes with high-quality gear and a good talent can clear mobs solo. Only priests can't do that. And in high-level dungeons, a skilled mage or summoner can easily fill a priest's role. The priest can only stand in the back. He saw leeching experience and tossing out heals, making the class a complete joke. Back in the present, while Lin Ye was reminiscing and explaining the mechanics of this world to us, a voice suddenly called out to him. Hey, Lin Ye, have you decided which class you're going to pick? Mage, warrior, or assassin? This beautiful girl is Lin Ye's close friend, Su Mumu. Hearing her question, Lin Ye glanced over and replied, I already told you. It's useless to think about that right now. We won't know which class suits us until after we get our talents. Yeah, I was just curious, Su Mumu said with a pout. Her cute expression made all the nearby simps swoon. Goddess Mumu is so beautiful today. Unfortunately, their joy was short-lived, brutally crushed when Lin Ye casually started patting their goddess on the head. Naturally, this act sent the crowd of extras into a fiery rage. Lin Ye, get your hands off her. And as is typical in these kinds of stories, whenever the protagonist gets close to a beautiful girl, a few troublemakers always pop up to stir the pot. That Lin Ye guy, isn't he just some useless freeloader? He always acts so high and mighty. Let's just see what kind of talent trash like him awakens, one of the extras said through gritted teeth. But Su Mumu, who was in front, overheard him. She turned and said coldly, Hey, that's enough. But while they were busy bickering over in the center of the plaza, a student had successfully awakened their talent. Number 1001 has awakened the rare grade talent Reinforced Strength. He exclaimed that the Strength Enhancement talent is a rare grade talent that increases skill power by 50%. A rare grade talent, huh? That's perfect for the warrior class. This handsome guy, he's definitely going to be the top student in this round of exams. This purple-haired guy is just a background character trying to suck up to become an underling. After feeling the change in his body, he glanced over at Lin Ye. Then he said coldly, Let me see what an orphan like you has to attract the attention of the goddess Mumu. Back to Lin Ye. Not wanting to waste time on these extras, he stopped his best friend. Mumu, just ignore them. Hearing this, Su Mumu, who was standing beside him, complained a little. Why don't you ever care what other people think? Because I'm going to become the strongest, Lin Ye said confidently. At that moment, he also recalled memories from 8 years ago on the day the dimensional rifts appeared. The scene back then was no different from hell on earth. Monsters suddenly appeared, giving people no time to react, and countless lives were lost to these monsters. And amidst this horrifying scene, there was a couple carrying a child rushing forward. There's a shelter up ahead. Let's go there, the man said urgently while the woman beside him tried to reassure the child in her husband's arms. Sweetie, don't be scared. We're almost there. But just as they were about to reach the shelter, a giant monster suddenly caught up with the crowd. Then, with a single swing of its arm, it sent the man and the child flying far to one side while the woman was grabbed by the monster. Dad! The child cried out in terror, but the man hurriedly urged the child, Get inside quick, I'm okay? Behind them, the woman began to cry as she spoke her last words. You have to keep on living. At the same time, the people inside the shelter noticed the family and quickly said to each other, There are survivors. Quick, get the boy inside. Mom, Dad! The child screamed in despair. The scene changes. A woman is now proposing to the child, Little Yi, from now on, we're a family. Come home with me. And just like that, the kind woman took the 2 children home with her. And these 2 children were none other than Lin Ye and Su Mumu. This is the only way I can protect my loved ones, Lin Ye told himself, and right at that moment, an announcement called for Lin Ye. Number 1128, Lin Ye, please come up. Wait here. Okay, I'm going, he said casually, patting Su Mumu's head, which made her and the crowd behind them endlessly furious. But despite her anger, Su Mumu was still very worried about Lin Ye, because if he drew some useless talent, it would be over for him. Back to Lin Ye. After stepping into the center of the talent awakening formation, his consciousness was transported to a vast cosmic space. So this is the place where you awaken your talent, Lin Ye mumbled. And after that, he reached out and touched a stream of light in front of him. And the very moment his hand made contact with this stream of light, it suddenly transformed into 2 dragons, one black and one white, circling around him. And while our protagonist was still trying to comprehend what was happening, the 2 dragons shot into his body, causing our protagonist to light up like a light bulb. After that, a notification screen appeared in front of Lin Ye. Obtained mythical grade talent, Heaven and Earth Reversal. Do you wish to hide it? Back to Lin Ye. Drawing such a game-breaking superpowered talent made him ecstatic, but the young man managed to keep his composure. A mythical grade, he thought. A mythical grade talent has never appeared before. Hide it, Lin Ye commanded. Then, he began to check what this talent actually did. Heaven and Earth Reversal Level 1 reverses and enhances the power of effects on oneself, as well as all skills that affect the user. Can be toggled on or off at will. At higher levels, it can alter the nature of skills. Current Enhancement Effect. Reduces mana consumption by 10%. Current Conversion Effect buffs become debuffs and debuffs become buffs. Upgrade condition user must reach level 10. Reading up to this point, Lin Ye was starting to get a basic understanding of this skill. I can reverse all effects applied to me, and I can even turn my talent on and off at will. Does this mean enemies can never kill me? But if they can only use normal attacks, or if a priest heals me while I'm harming myself, they can bypass its effect. So that's why this talent can be hidden, Lin Ye said with a smile. Then he voluntarily stepped out of this talent awakening space. And right after Lin Ye woke up, an announcement rang out. Number 1128, Lin Ye. Awakened talent has been hidden. Over here. When Su Mumu saw Lin Ye come down, she hurried over to ask, How did it go, Lin Ye? Was it successful? Your talent is... But before she could finish, Lin Ye cut her off with a smile. It's a secret. Meanwhile, Su Mumu's simps, after seeing Lin Ye automatically hide his talent, they all just assumed his talent was trashed here. I'm telling you, he probably just awakened some... a worthless, embarrassing talent, that's all. A trash talent for a trash person. The goddess really picked the wrong guy. To think she'd like a loser like that, one of the simps muttered. Just then, the announcement prodded again. Student number 1128, Lin Ye. Please complete your class selection promptly. Student number 1233, Su Mumu. Please begin your talent awakening. Over here. Lin Ye heard this, nudged his friend's shoulder and said, Hurry up and go, you silly girl. Go easy on them, Sumumu said, flustered. As for the class change, after completing their talent awakening, students would choose through the goddess statue. The class change area was located right next to the awakening area. Back to Lin Ye. After he stood before the goddess statue, it presented him with countless class cards and at the same time requested him to make a choice. Next, please. Please select your desired class. Over here, because he possessed an incredibly powerful talent, he had to carefully consider which class would be the most suitable. If I follow the logic of being invincible to a certain degree, then universe reversal is definitely a god-tier skill. I must maximize my talent's potential and compensate for its weaknesses. I'll choose this one, Lin Ye said as he pressed the priest card. This strange choice of his even made the goddess statue go silent for a few seconds before it finally made an announcement. Please reconfirm your class. Is it priest? You are currently the first student to choose to become a priest. That's right, priest, Lin Ye said confidently. Seeing this, the goddess statue didn't waste any more time and immediately changed his class. Class change confirmed. Class change successful. At this moment, Lin Ye's entire body began to be enveloped in a golden light. And right after that, this light automatically transformed into a cool set of equipment on his body. This is Lin Ye's current status screen. Name Lin Ye, class priest. Health 100. If it drops below 80, you will enter the injured state and all stats will be slightly reduced. If it drops below 30, you will enter the heavily injured state. All stats will be moderately reduced. If it drops below 5, you will enter the near-death state and all stats will be significantly reduced. If it reaches 0, you will die. Mana 100. Talent, Universe Reversal Mythical Grade. Attributes, Strength 4, Constitution 4, Intelligence 5, Spirit 5, Agility 4. Skills, Healing Spell. Use on a single target to summon life force, restoring 50 health points to the target. 5-second cooldown and costs 10 mana points. Purification spell use on a single target to summon elemental spirits, restoring 30 mana points to the target. 12-second cooldown and no cost. Back to Lin Ye. After completing his class change, he was itching to go and couldn't hold back. He wanted to test his skills immediately. Let's try this. Activate Universe Reversal, Lin Ye thought as he activated his talent, and immediately after, the information on his skill changed instantly. Healing spell reversed use on a single target to drain the opponent's life force. Reduces the opponent's health by 50 points, 5-second cooldown, and costs 9 mana points. Over here, Lin Ye, after reading the new skill description, was able to confirm his thoughts. Just as I imagined, the skill released reduces health. It doesn't deal damage, so it won't be blocked by armor. This is equivalent to true damage, although the skill's damage is lower than a mage's skill, a little. But if the enemy has magic resistance, my skill is still far superior. Reverse Purge summons a fallen spirit on a target unit to reduce the opponent's mana by 30 points. The cooldown is 12 seconds and it has no cost. As for this Purge spell, it seems like nothing, but it can stop magic-based enemies from casting their ultimate skill at the last moment, revealing an opening. Following this line of thought, the battle strategy is crystal clear. I still have to be careful with my ally's buff and healing skills while in the universe reversal state. An ally's buff skill will become a powerful physical attack, Lin Ye thought to himself. Meanwhile, the crowd behind him saw his class change form, and they all burst out laughing. Someone actually chose the path of a nanny class. Ha ha ha! He must be a coward who just wants to hide behind his teammates. Turning to the girl Sumumu, she had also completed her class change. In fact, she even received an incredibly powerful talent. Number 1233, Sumumu has awakened a legend tier talent, Tears of Bionics. Bionic Tears summons an otherworldly spirit to fight alongside her. After hearing the announcement, the jaws of the onlookers dropped. Oh my god, did I hear that right? A legend tier talent. As expected of the goddess Mumu, the one and only legend tier talent ever. I wonder what class she'll choose, the goddess, and has always been at the top of the theory class. She's a true genius. How could a lowly priest possibly be worthy of standing next to such a prodigy? He's definitely trying to be the goddess's simp. But still, this is strange. I wonder what kind of talent Tears of Bionics is, anyway. Looks like he's trying to ride the goddess's coattails. The crowd began to chatter, and in the meantime, Sumumu ran over to the goddess statue to begin her class change. The class she chose was Mage. After seeing Sumumu's choice, no one was very surprised. A mage, of course. A legend tier talent. Excellent. She has the potential to become a member of the Professionals Guild. The principal mumbled. Behind him, a mysterious figure turned their gaze towards Lin Ye. But I'm more interested in that kid. It's been a long time since a student willingly chose the priest class. But this young man doesn't seem to have been forced into it at all. How interesting. Back in the class selection plaza right after Su Mumu became a mage, she ran right over to Lin Ye and suggested, "Hey Lin Ye, I chose mage, wanna run the dungeon together." Lin Ye immediately refused. "I can't, Mumu. I have my own plan." "What you mean?" Su Mumu said, bewildered. But just then, a portal in front of everyone suddenly lit up. At the same time, all the newly classed students received a notification: the newbie dungeon, Wolf Forest, has opened. All students who have completed their talent awakening and class change are invited to enter. Returning to Lin Ye. Before he could enter the dungeon, that nameless purple-haired guy walked up and said arrogantly, "Hey Lin Ye, can you tell Mumu something for me? I want to invite her to join my party. As for your reward, I can let you tag along and get a share of the loot. All you have to do is follow my orders. If it weren't for the goddess Su, we wouldn't even need a priest," a lackey behind him chimed in. Faced with this offer from these third-rate villains, Lin Yi immediately refused to cut the nonsense. "I refuse. You'd better know your place," the henchman shouted furiously, even though his master hadn't even given an order. But before this hound could bark more than a few words, the principal appeared beside them, like a ghost. "A word of warning, you must cooperate in the dungeon. Even with great talent, it's difficult to face the monsters alone." Principal," the lackey stammered, but he could see the principal wasn't paying him much attention. Instead, he continued to advise Lin Ye, "Young man, no matter what grudges you hold, you must put them aside when facing monsters." After listening, Lin Ye calmly explained, "Principal, I don't have any grudge against them. It's just that I feel I'll gain more experience and benefits by clearing the dungeon alone." "Alone? But you're a priest. How could you possibly do that? Even if it doesn't work out, you can just find another party. Don't trifle with your own life. After all, everything that happens in the dungeon affects you in reality. If you encounter danger, you will really die," the principal said worriedly. But Lin Ye simply replied gently, "Thank you, principal, but I can clear the dungeon by myself." After speaking, he thought to himself, "If I want to level up quickly, I have to go solo. Besides, until I'm strong enough, my god-tier talent cannot be revealed to others." Why is this kid Lin Ye so confident? The vice principal wondered to himself as he watched Lin Ye walk confidently towards the dungeon portal. Meanwhile, Lin Ye, as soon as he touched the portal, he received a notification. "Warning, newbie trial dungeon. A party is recommended. Do you wish to enter the dungeon?" "Yes," he said confidently. And right after Lin Yi finished confirming, he was kicked straight into the dungeon by the system. Right now, before our main character's eyes, is a forest. This is the newbie dungeon, the Wolf Forest, with additional information for the factory-farmed chickens. Wolf Forest. Level 1 to 3. Difficulty beginner. It's recommended that newbies form a party and coordinate to pass this stage. Description: a pack of bloodthirsty wolves lives in this forest. They have sharp teeth and claws, so remember not to get surrounded. Otherwise, there's no escape. Back to Lin Ye. At this moment, he was also recalling the knowledge he had learned at school about this dungeon. The Wolf Forest is difficult for students entering a dungeon for the first time, but as long as they coordinate well, there won't be any casualties. Getting a B rank is already an extremely outstanding achievement. Along the way, there are healing springs that restore health for class users to ensure their safety during the trial, which also further lowers the status of priests. But if someone likes to court death by not clearing out the wild wolves along the way, it will lure them all to one spot. Or if you go deep into the forest and enter the forbidden area, you will die instantly in the dungeon. Since I have a god-tier talent, how could I be satisfied with a normal score? The legendary forbidden area. I must go deep inside. Lin Ye thought to himself. And just as he planned, it wasn't long before, he had ventured deep into the wolf forest. And now we finally get to witness our main character prepare for battle as right in front of him are 3 adult wolves. This is the wild wolf monster. Level 1, Strength 3, Constitution 3, Intellect 1, Spirit 2, Agility 2, Aptitude Bronze, Skills Tear, Bleed Howl. Description: they are social creatures that roam the wolf forest. They like to fight in groups. Their attacks have a bleeding effect and can cause continuous damage. Tear bites the opponent with fangs. After hitting it will trigger bleed. Cooldown is 10 seconds. Bleed. A passive skill. Once triggered, it can continuously cause damage to the enemy every second. The total duration is 3 seconds and there is no cooldown. skipping the skill introductions as soon as these wolves saw Lin Ye. They all charged forward at once, using a mobbing tactic, and facing their combined attack, our main character just gave a faint smile. Then right after that, he activated his talent reversal of heaven and earth, and before the wolf could even touch him, Lin Ye hit it with an inverted healing art. This caused the wolf to howl in pain and get deleted instantly. Inverted healing art. Power drain. Art dealt 50 points of damage to the wild wolf. Killed a monster without taking damage. Received 10 experience points. Over here, after seeing their comrade taken down in one hit, the remaining wolves weren't scared and immediately charged forward to attack. This one even used its tear skill on Lin Ye's shoulder. But unfortunately, the moment its teeth sank into his body, the wolf was sent flying by a shockwave. Tear reversed self-attack. Restore health plus 20. Bleed reversed self-effect. Restore health plus 2+2. Over here, after knocking back of the wolf in front of him, Lin Ye immediately turned to the side and used Purify Reversed Curse of Silence. Art summoning a chain, along with a few hot ladies to bind the wolf that was about to charge him. The wolf's mana was also drained by 30 the moment it was hit by this skill. Curse of Silence. Art purges all of the enemy's mana, creating a silenced state for one target. As expected, the Curse of Silence. Art is perfect for dealing with low-level monsters with little mana. It's incredibly effective, Lin Ye thought happily as he looked at the wolf writhing on the ground not far from him. The wolf that was knocked back earlier also started charging at Lin Ye again. Seeing this, Lin Ye lightly dodged to the side and then he used the inverted recovery art, turning the wolf into experience points. One small monster gives 10 experience points. At this rate, if I clear out all the small fry, I can at least reach level 4. My target is the final hidden boss. A 1-level difference won't be a problem. Lin Ye silently calculated. At the same time, behind him, the wolf that had its mana drained earlier woke up and launched a sneak attack from behind. The cooldown for healing art has finished. This notification sound also signaled that this wolf would soon be joining its comrades, and after dealing with the first few monsters, our main character had a thought. I've prepared thoroughly to get to this day. After all, when the enemy is trying to kill you, your own level doesn't matter. With that thought, he deactivated the reversal of heaven and earth state and used a genuine healing art on himself to recover. Then the system also brought him good news. Leveled up to level 2. All attributes increased. Combat ability increased. All skills leveled up. Healing art has been upgraded to level 2. Received 2 free attribute points. Do you wish to use them? Yes. Put all points into intellect. Enhance intellect. As soon as the confirmation sound was heard, a light emanated from his body. Lin Ye had already thought about his decision to add points to intellect. My ability allows me to take no damage and continuously regenerate mana. Therefore, I'll add all my points to intellect. This way, after activating Reversal of Heaven and Earth, I can maximize my magic damage for instant kills. Back at the main square, images of the students fighting inside the dungeon were being displayed for everyone outside to watch. And after seeing Lin Ye deep inside the wolf forest, the principal couldn't help but shout. This area is a forbidden zone for exploration in his school's curriculum. He wants to challenge the 5-star hidden boss, the Shadow Wolf King. Hearing this, the old man secretly thought to himself, impossible. If this kid isn't intentionally trying to get himself killed, then does that mean his hidden talent is mythic grade or perhaps even higher than mythic grade? Too bad he chose not to reveal his talent. For now, we can only watch the other seed players. I hope student Lin Ye can make it back alive, the principal said, stroking his beard. The mysterious person beside him heard this and burst out laughing. Ha ha ha, you're so worried, old man. Why don't we make a bet? I bet he can set a new record. As he said this, he also turned his gaze to a screen and asked, but you said the seed player was that girl, right? But I feel like she's lacking a little fire. Her ideas are rich, but her execution is a bit lacking. Cut to Su Mumu's location. Right now, her team of 3 girls was also clashing with a certain forest wolf, but a single monster isn't enough to challenge this beautiful girl. Before this wolf could even reach them, she used the ice condensation technique skill, creating several sharp ice spikes that shot straight towards the wolf. It only had time to let out a single cry before it perished. Ah, our goddess is so amazing, the 2 girls behind her said happily, but at that very moment, Su Mumu noticed 2 other forest wolves charging straight at them as if they were being chased. Crap! We've attracted the attention of other monsters.
Run.
As she said that, she quickly pulled her two teammates along and ran away immediately before they all became dinner for that pack. Ah, it's over, it's over. My goddess image has vanished in an instant, she thought anxiously. To preserve her image, Su Mumu decided to stop and fight. You two get behind me, she cried out, then activated her bionic tears talent, creating a clone identical to her but red. Next, both of them started using the ice condensation technique, firing countless sharp ice shards forward, giving the two wolves no time to even yelp. They bit the dust. Only then could she finally let out a sigh of relief. All right, we're safe. Outside, the principal took the opportunity to show off. So pretty solid, isn't she? He said with a smile, but unfortunately the mysterious person beside him didn't think so. She has no combat sense, only talent. That won't get her very far, unless... Back to our game-hacking young man. After a friendly exchange with a few wolves, he finally reached level 3. Great, just a little more. This speed is just what I expected. Time to wipe out the remaining minions and get to level 4, he thought to himself, but just then, not far behind him, a sound rang out, making our curious young man rush over to investigate. It's here, Lin Ye mumbled. He then pushed aside the bushes blocking his way, revealing the scene before him, a giant werewolf with a pack of wolf minions behind it. This is the boss, the Shadow Wolf King. Level 5. Strength 10, Constitution 9, Intellect 3, Spirit 7, Agility 5. Silver Aptitude. Skills Vicious Bite Bleed, Call of the Wild Lunge. Introduction. The Shadow Wolf. King roams the wolf forest. It has a ferocious temperament and will hunt down and kill any creature it sees. All the wolves in the entire forest are its subordinates. They will follow its command and tear any enemy to shreds. Back to Lin Ye. Right now our hero was recalling what he'd learned about this boss. The Shadow Wolf King is a hidden boss mentioned in the textbooks. It's a forbidden boss. Countless talented teenagers have been seriously injured, some even permanently crippled while challenging it. Future heroes have been mercilessly killed by it. Since then, this part of the forest has been designated a forbidden zone by the Academy. Thinking of this, Lin Ye also saw a forest wolf leaving the pack and wandering off alone, which made him remember something. These wild wolves may seem to surround the Shadow Wolf King, but in reality, just like normal animals, they occasionally leave to find a convenient spot. And when they're done with their business, they don't necessarily return to the pack right away, but will wander around nearby. The frequency of them leaving isn't low. This is a chance to pick them off one by one, Lin Ye thought as he stealthily followed these stragglers, and as soon as he got the chance, he used the reverse healing technique to kill it instantly. To Lin Ye at this moment, these kinds of wolves are nothing more than mobile EXP packs. These troublesome minions are now the best source of health for me. Once my experience is high enough, I'll take on the Shadow Wolf one-on-one, just like that. The Shadow Wolf King had fewer and fewer minions left alive while his own level kept getting higher. Lin Ye silently hatched a plan. Just like that, he became like an assassin. He went to take care of all the stray wolves in this forest. And it didn't take long for Lin Ye to reach level 4, and as soon as he reached this level, our main character sought out the Wolf King to challenge it while the iron was hot. But of course, with its predator's senses, it immediately detected Lin Ye approaching from behind. So you finally noticed me, huh? Then let's start a new game, shall we, Shadow Wolf King? More information about this wolf. Health, 2,000 out of 2,000. Mana 1,000 out of 1,000. Attack 500. Defense 200. Back to the story after the game-breaking protagonist saw the Wolf King's stats. He was stunned. This amount of health and these terrifying attack stats, it's 50 times higher than a regular wild wolf. A newbie would be torn to shreds or toyed with until they died, but I'm not like that, Lin Ye thought cheerfully. Meanwhile, the Shadow Wolf King used its skill Phantom Claw Strike, hitting him directly. But since he had activated his Heaven and Earth reversal talent, Lin Ye simply spread his arms and welcomed the attack, and his body recovered a huge chunk of health. Thanks. My muscles and bones feel much more relaxed now, Lin Ye said cheerfully, while the Wolf King started to look dumbfounded, not understanding what was happening. Not believing the strange event before its eyes, it swung its claws to attack once more. And in the end, this attack only served to help Lin Ye heal even more. As expected of a god-tier talent, its attacks are just recovery items for me. Go on, keep attacking. This makes it easier to deal with you, just like that. The Shadow Wolf King started going crazy attacking Lin Ye, while our protagonist calmly took every single one of its blows. After attacking for a while, the wolf was already starting to pant like a bull. Are you done yet? Lin Ye mumbled, and right after that, he used the inverted healing technique to attack, causing the wolf's health bar to drop significantly. And on this side, the Shadow Wolf King retaliated with a normal attack, a claw strike. And because it was a normal attack, Lin Ye had to quickly dodge to the side. If he got hit by that attack, it would be an instant game over for him. That's right. But his evasive maneuver also allowed the Wolf King to discover his weakness at that moment. It began to laugh smugly. "So you figured it out. Too bad it's too late," he said calmly, while the Shadow Wolf King in front of him began to use its berserk skill, causing its entire body to grow a size larger. Then, while the skill was still active, the wolf charged forward to attack immediately. But Lin Ye, seeing this, wasn't the least bit scared. "If you had your wolf pack surrounding you, I might have had to put in some effort. Too bad you're all alone now," Lin Ye thought while using the healing technique once more, creating a crimson pillar of light that slammed straight down on the wolf. It rolled over and died instantly. Defeated Shadow Wolf King, received 1,000 experience points, level up to level 5. Cleared Wolf Forest Dungeon, tallying rewards. Received 1 low-grade alarm chest, completed all hidden objectives, killed the final boss. No damaging skills were used during the entire process. Killed 30 wild wolves. Evaluation score increased to SSS rank. Received 1 additional high-grade silver treasure chest. Back to Lin Ye. After looking over the rewards, he was genuinely a bit bewildered. If the inverted healing technique didn't count as a damaging skill, would I have been unable to get the SSS rank evaluation? He thought to himself. Meanwhile, outside, an announcement was sent to everyone. A student has passed the Wolf Forest Dungeon, completing all hidden achievements with an SSS rank evaluation. Well, who the hell was that? Oh my God, didn't we just witness a historic moment? Quick, take a picture, everyone said in surprise. Even the principal couldn't believe his eyes. This is unprecedented. No one has ever achieved an SSS rank evaluation in this dungeon. This means they completed all the hidden achievements. As far as I can recall, only Lin Ye entered the restricted area. Don't tell me. Never mind the principal, even the mysterious man beside him at that moment was also baffled. How is that possible? An SSS rank evaluation has a requirement of not dealing any damage, clearing the dungeon solo without dealing damage. What kind of concept is that? Over here. The girl Su Mumu, who had just completed the dungeon, covered her mouth in disbelief. I can't believe someone could get an SSS rank. Back then, just for me to get an A rank was already extremely dangerous. I wonder what kind of god-tier player managed to do that this time. I also wonder how Lin Yi is doing now. The crowd around them also started to buzz, saying they'd never heard of a seeded player with that kind of power this season. Maybe it's a transfer student. Speaking of Lin Ye, after clearing the dungeon, he didn't rush outside. Instead, he calmly stayed inside to open Blood Chest 4, activating the high-grade silver treasure chest. Obtained skill. Book Divine Therapy. Obtained 5 free attribute points. Obtained silver-grade equipment. Dagger of Shadows. Dagger of Shadows attribute enhancement. Wearer's attack increases by 50 points. Increases armor penetration by 10 points. When attacking, there is a 5% chance to inflict a bleeding status effect on the enemy. Divine Therapy Level 1. Active skill blesses. Allies within a 10-meter radius with Divine Aura restoring 100 health points and applying a healing over time effect for 10 seconds. Restores 10 health points per second. Consumes 50 mana points. Cooldown 20 seconds. Learn, Lin Yi muttered, and immediately after, he then checked its reversed effect. Reversed Divine Therapy. Calamity Descends Level 1. Active skill Curses. All enemies within a 10-meter radius with a malevolent aura. Drains 100 health points and inflicts a damage over time effect for 10 seconds, draining 20 health points per second. Consumes 45 mana points. Cooldown 20 seconds. Back to Lin Ye. After reading the skill's description, he was incredibly satisfied. The cooldown might be a bit long and the mana cost is pretty high, but that's only a minor issue in the early stages. An AoE burst skill with this much damage is already the strongest ultimate in the early game. Combined with the Purification Art, which compensates for its weakness with an infinite cooldown, reset, it surpasses even the strongest mage class. As for this dagger, I'll just sell it to some rich kid. It'll be my living expenses for the future. I can't keep spending my aunt and uncle's money. They've already paid for enough for me. With that in mind, Lin Ye opened his status window again and looked at those 5 attribute points. Thinking it over, the 5 free attribute points are the real prize here. Free attribute points are extremely rare. Besides the 2 points you get when leveling up, the only way to get them is by challenging special dungeon quests or opening hidden treasure chests. If you don't get an S rank or higher on your first clear, you won't receive attribute rewards. But an SSS rank achievement gives a whole 5 attribute points. I'm putting all my free attribute points into intelligence. From now on, Lin Yi will push the limits of the magic system and become the most brutal calamity priest, Lin Yi declared. Outside at that moment, when the crowd saw the dungeon portal light up, they started screaming as if they'd seen an idol. "He's out! It must be the SSS rank gods party," they said excitedly. But the moment they saw it was Lin Yi who stepped out, the whole crowd did a 180-degree turn. "Hey, wait, why is it just Lin Yi? Maybe they're still calculating the score. I really want to see how amazing the hidden rewards are." Nearby, his childhood friend Su Mumu saw Lin Yi come out and happily ran over to him. "Lin Yi, hurry up and tell me it was you, right?" But before Lin Yi could even answer, a group of bullies nearby took the chance to sneer, "Him, that piece of trash. Mumu, you're giving this guy way too much credit. If I remember correctly, he went in alone, didn't he? He probably couldn't handle it and had to run out, ha ha ha." Back to Lin Yi. To shut these people up, he had to reveal a little something. "Are there any students here who chose the assassin class? I got a pretty decent weapon drop. Anyone want it?" As he spoke, Lin Yi took out his dagger of shadows and started hawking it. When the crowd saw its quality, they all started bidding. "Holy crap, you got this equipment. It's a silver-grade item. I want it over here. Are you selling or not? I'm calling my dad for the money right now. I'll give you 10,000, 20,000. You think you can get a top-tier item for just 20,000? I'll pay 50,000, 50,000. That price is worthy of this amazing weapon." Lin Yi silently considered it. Seeing no more bids from the crowd, he spoke up. 50,000 going once, 50,000 going twice. And just at that moment, just as the dagger was about to be sold for 50,000, someone else shouted, 100,000. This number sent a shockwave through the surrounding crowd. 100,000 Alliance coins for a normal family with an income of only 10,000 Alliance credits to dare to spend 100,000. That means a family would have to go without food or drink for 15 years straight. This is truly an astronomical price. Even Lin Yi felt like he'd hit the jackpot. 100,000 was indeed a high price for this top-grade dagger. With that thought, he quickly confirmed the transaction before this big shot could change his mind. Transaction accepted. After that, the crowd swarmed the two of them with questions. "Lin Yi, can I ask you something? What level are you right now?" "Level 5. Lin Yi said calmly, but the people around him heard and kept asking, "Lin Yi, which team did you even join? Don't tell me you really cleared the dungeon by yourself and got up to level 5. You're the one who got the SSS rank evaluation, aren't you? Just tell us how you cleared it. How did you do it?" Back in the principal's observation room after seeing Lin Yi come out, he mumbled his theory. This student wasn't in a team, which means... But before he could finish, the man in glasses beside him shot it down. "Impossible. No one can do that. He must have found a team when he entered the dungeon." A rookie student clearing a dungeon all by himself and getting an SSS rank evaluation. Does that sound like something that could actually happen? The requirement for that is to solo clear all the monsters without taking any damage. Right now, none of the class holders at the top of the pyramid could pull off a feat like that, especially not in their rookie stage. Meanwhile, back to the green-haired guy who had looked down on Lin Yi. At this moment, his lackey beside him nervously asked, "Handsome bro, are we? Still going to cause trouble for him?" Hearing this, the guy gritted his teeth and roared, "I bet he just got lucky. Who knows what dirty tricks he used? How far can a priest really go anyway?" "That's right. Look at that smug little punk handsome bro. We just need to find the right chance to teach him a lesson," the lackey added with a grin, embarrassed. "Yeah." Meanwhile, the principal gathered everyone and announced, "All right, students, this concludes the test. From this day forward, you are no longer ordinary students, but apprentice class holders with extraordinary power. At the same time, as you all know, in 30 days, you will face the most important moment of your lives, the profession advancement test. Whether you return to being an ordinary person or become a hero for humanity, and fight back against the demon tide will all be decided by your performance in the assessment over the next 30 days. During this 1-month period, you must use the low-level secret realm dungeons arranged by the school to reach level 10 or higher." Back to Lin Yi. Hearing the principal's words, he began to think about his plan. The 1-month profession advancement test requires team completion as one of the criteria. Team synergy is one of the most important evaluation metrics, but I've already decided on my partner. He said this as he turned to look at Sumumu beside him. After seeing her cold and detached look, he could only sigh and think, "Don't be fooled by this little girl. She always puts on this cold front, but in reality, she's the one I'm most worried about. She's clumsy, sincere, easily fooled, and can't help but let her true nature show. Even though she's awakened a very powerful talent, I will protect her from harm. After all, that's the promise I made to her uncle and aunt. I won't let the tragedy of that day happen again." Linye told himself, then suggested, "Let's skip dinner at home tonight. Want to go run a dungeon together?" Time passed quickly. At the entrance of a certain secret realm, Linye and Sumumu were here ready to enter this dungeon. This is the level 3 to 6 secret realm, the Stone Grotto Cave. Difficulty can be selected for a medium-sized party. Recommended party size is 5 to 10 people. Introduction. Countless poisonous scorpions inhabit the Stone Grotto Cave. Be careful. While their attacks aren't fatal, the venom in their tails is extremely troublesome. Remember not to get stung. Normal difficulty requirement. Exert your full strength to eliminate the Poison Scorpion King. Hard difficulty requirement. Use all your strength to eliminate the Poison Scorpion King and be careful not to get poisoned. Note: if the Poison Scorpion King is not defeated within a certain time, it will enter a berserk state. Over here, Linye. I finished reading and immediately selected the dungeon's difficulty. The reason was quite simple. When challenging a dungeon, you can choose the difficulty. The dungeon's difficulty increases with its level. The higher the difficulty, the stronger the monster's stats, and the tougher the clearing requirements. It requires more people, and naturally, the rewards are more generous. Rookie dungeons typically only have 3 levels: Normal, Hard, and Nightmare. The Stone Grotto Cave dungeon initially only has 2 levels, Normal and Hard. Beside him, the mage Sumumu got a little worried seeing Linye so recklessly choosing the difficulty. And you're telling me, even though this is a beginner dungeon, you want just the 2 of us to challenge a difficult level party instance, and on top of that, you want to get an SSS rank evaluation. Trust me, Linye said confidently, but this didn't make Sumumu feel any less worried. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just I think it'll be hard for me to avoid taking damage. I'll just hold you back, she said to Linye. Hearing his close friend say that, he decided to give her some reassurance by explaining his method for clearing the dungeon. This dungeon has a way to skip. Skip? You mean just ignore the monsters and pass through? She asked in surprise, and Linye nodded, then began to share the information he knew. The monsters and terrain in this dungeon are fixed. I found some materials left behind by a senior player, compiled them, and reconstructed the dungeon's layout. Based on my calculations, skipping is possible, Linye muttered. Meanwhile, Sumumu started to look at him with an admiring gaze. That's amazing. It's like the entire scene is being replayed in his head. Actually, I always knew Linye was hiding his true strength. He's been studying all sorts of dungeons and monsters for a long time, utilizing all kinds of data. He gets a perfect score on every written exam. Everyone thinks he's just some bookworm who bullies idiots, but I've always believed he would definitely become a hero and save the Earth. On the other side, Linye, after seeing this busty girl just spacing out, had to speak up to remind her. Why are you still standing there in a daze? Let's go. Coming, she said hurriedly. After that, the 2 of them quickly walked into the gate to begin their conquest of this dungeon. And when they reappeared, they found themselves inside a cave filled with crystal stones. Whoa, it's so beautiful, Sumumu said with a bright smile. Seeing this, Linye advised her Mumu compared to the last one, this outside dungeon is much more dangerous. And right at that moment, the system sent the 2 of them a notification. Due to an insufficient party size, you will be forcibly matched with other players. And after reading this notification, Linye was a bit surprised. I can't believe a dungeon can actually force you into a party with other players. This means we won't just be facing monsters, we'll have to compete too. We need to be careful, he muttered, thinking. But before the young man had much time to think, a huge explosion went off behind them, making them both jump in fright. And what a coincidence! The players matched with Linye's group were none other than the blue-haired guy who had looked down on him before. More accurately, right now, this guy was getting beaten to a pulp by the monsters inside the dungeon. Cough, cough. I can't believe a single small mob can wipe out our entire party. The danger level of this difficult dungeon is much higher than I imagined. the guy thought while staring intently at the monsters before him. These were level 3 poison scorpions. Strength 5, Constitution 4, Intellect 2, Spirit 3, Agility 5, Quality Silver. Skills: Deadly Poison Gnashing, Jaws, Harden. Description: a scorpion monster with a poisonous tail that will paralyze anyone it stings, making it difficult for them to move. If stung multiple times, it can even cause cardiac arrest. Back to the battle. Lin Ye and the other girl followed the sound of the explosion to this location. When the blue-haired guy saw the two of them appear, he yelled out an order as if he were in charge. "Hey Lin Ye, get over here and help fight the monsters. Have you forgotten the Academy's mutual support regulations?" On the other side, our protagonist saw this little punk, who didn't even know how to ask for help properly, so he said coldly, "You're on your own," after saying that he led his childhood friend away, immediately leaving the blue-haired guy and his two cronies to just scream uselessly behind them. "Let's go this way. Remember this. The scorpions here are all extremely afraid of water. They're all close-range monsters with no long-range attack methods. Just follow me and listen to my commands. I guarantee you won't get poisoned." Sumumu nodded and said, "Oh. Right, one more thing. They're also extremely sensitive to sound." As soon as the protagonist finished speaking, the two of them had already encountered a scorpion up ahead. And before the monster could attack, Lin Ye immediately used Plunder, causing its health bar to drop noticeably. After witnessing this, Sumumu seemed to figure something out and shouted, "Is that your talent? Then does that mean the SSS rank evaluation is—" Lin Ye quickly raised a hand to signal her to be quiet. After that, Lin Ye explained the next steps required to successfully skip. The key is to pass through a special route, avoiding the monster's eyes and ears, to reach a bug in the dungeon. Time passed quickly. With Lin Ye's guidance, the two of them were rapidly approaching their destination, and so without having to fight the monsters, they reached a small lake in front of them, which was both their destination and the weak point mentioned on the map. This is where the water-fearing monsters gather. This stream isn't harmful to humans, it's even drinkable. Jump in. After saying that, he jumped straight down and began swimming forward. Seeing this, Sumumu hurriedly followed him. They both swam to the rock ledge in the middle of the lake. Our protagonist then casually picked up a nearby rock and slammed it down hard, creating a massive sound that echoed through every corner of the cave. Just like that, the scorpions were drawn by the sound and swarmed in like an army. And it wasn't just the small fry monsters, even the one called the Scorpion King had appeared. 4 poison scorpion kings. Level 6. Strength 10, Constitution 9, Intelligence 5, Spirit 6, Agility 6, Aptitude Silver. Skills: Deadly Poison, Devour Harden. Description: a hidden killer that loves to slaughter. Its enormous size and colorful patterns signify an extremely terrifying poison. Be careful of its venom, it will kill you. Back to Lin Ye. After waiting for this swarm of insects to gather, he gestured provocatively at them. "You'll come on over." "Hiss, hiss!" the monsters cried out. But because they feared the water and couldn't swim, they were unable to charge at Lin Ye's group. And this made our protagonist even more smug. "You don't dare to come up? Well, then it's our turn." "Calamity descends," Lin Ye said as he activated his wide area of effect damage skill. And with just this one attack, he made the surrounding scorpions drop like flies. Defeated poison scorpion times 10. Received 2,000 experience points. Meanwhile, not far away, the green-haired guy's team saw the monsters suddenly flee, and the 3 of them followed them here, witnessing the scene of Lin Ye, slaughtering the horde of monsters in the blink of an eye. A priest can deal this much magic damage. The poison scorpion we faced took our entire team's full strength to barely defeat it, but now they're like helpless lambs waiting for him to slaughter them. What kind of monster have we run into? No way, is he the one who set the record? They said in confusion. Back in the fight, Sumumu, after seeing Lin Ye show off like that, wasn't about to be outdone. She spoke up. "Leave the rest to me. Innate talent. Bionic tears, ice condensation." As she spoke, she began using her skill, creating countless shards of ice that shot straight ahead. Defeated poison scorpion plus 50. Received 500 experience points. All poison scorpions have been defeated. Student Sumumu has leveled up to level 4. Received 1 free attribute point. "I can't believe I leveled up so fast," she said in a daze. This is Sumumu's current status screen name: Sumumu. Class Mage. Strength 4. Constitution 5. Intelligence 6. Spirit 5. Agility 4. Awakened talent Bionic Tears. Attack skill Ice Condensation. Back to Lin Ye. After dealing with the small fry, he turned his gaze to the Scorpion King and said, "Next we have to face the Poison Scorpion King." Following his gaze, they saw the Scorpion King going into a frenzy after watching its underlings get wiped out. It didn't even care about its fear of water anymore and charged straight at them. As expected of the Poison Scorpion King, strong enough to resist the water. Lin Ye nodded in praise. Meanwhile, seeing the behemoth charge forward, Su Mumu immediately used ice condensation to attack. Unfortunately, the skill didn't deal much damage. Santhan age to it. Ice condensation deals 10 points of damage to the Poison Scorpion King. Ice condensation deals 10 points of damage to the Poison Scorpion King. Only 10 points. Is the Poison Scorpion King's defense really that high? What do we do now if we make even one mistake, I'm afraid, she said worriedly. But Lin Ye beside her reassured her, "Don't worry, its weak point is in the center. Ishinan of its abdomen during its second life phase. We can—" But before he could finish his sentence, the Scorpion King in front of them swung its tail. I was striking right at them. Luckily, Lin Ye reacted in time, pulling Su Mumu into a jump to dodge. Then he used the scepter in his hand to cut down a stalactite above, causing it to fall straight down and temporarily create a foothold for them both. Mumu, keep making new footholds, Lin Ye shouted as he used the skill Mana Plunder, creating a laser beam that shot straight at the Scorpion King, but it didn't deal much damage. Age to the massive monster. Mana Plunder deals 150 points of damage to the Poison Scorpion King. So tough, he complained. Meanwhile, the Scorpion King in front of them grew enraged and swung its tail to attack him. Now's the time. At Lin Ye's command, Su Mumu beside him immediately used her skill. Ice condensation. She shot it at another stalactite above to create a foothold for Lin Ye. The Poison Scorpion King only raises its body when it uses this move, exposing the weak point on its abdomen. Lin Ye thought as he used Mana Plunder once again. It pierced straight through the monster's weak point. Weak point critical hit dealt 1,000 damage to the Poison Scorpion King. The Poison Scorpion King has been defeated. Received 3,000 experience points. Stone Grotto Cave Dungeon cleared. Calculating rewards. All hidden objectives completed. Slain the secret dungeon boss, the 4 Poison Scorpion Kings. Slain all poison scorpions. Took no poison damage. Final rating SSS. Received 1 gold treasure chest. 11 free attribute points. 5 points. Meanwhile, after seeing that Lam Da had cleared the dungeon, the other players finally dared to creep out and bow to him. Master Lam Da, you're not a petty person, are you, sir? Please. Great God, Da, take me with you. I'm willing to serve you anywhere while there are few people around. Let me just say I'm Great God Da's dog up ahead. Lam Da heard this and issued a warning to the group. All of you better keep your mouths shut about what happened today. Don't say a word to anyone outside or you'll be responsible for the consequences. After saying that, he and Tomokmok teleported away. The scene shifts to the teleportation space. To avoid prying eyes outside, Lam Da suggested, let's open it here. No one can see. As he spoke, he took out the gold treasure chest he had just received and muttered, open treasure chest. And right after that, a flood of notifications appeared before them. Congratulations! You have obtained the Growth Skill Poison Bubble Class Requirement Mage. You have obtained Gold Rank Equipment Gale Boots. You have obtained Silver Rank Equipment Hunter's Greatsword. You have obtained Silver Rank Equipment Jade Ring. You have obtained 5 free attribute points. 5 attribute points. No wonder your stats are so high, Tomokmok said in a daze. After that, the two of them began to inspect the stats of the equipment they had just received. First was the Greatsword, which neither of them could use. Item: Name Hunter's Greatsword. Type Weapon: Forge Level 1. Quality Silver. Requirement: Greatsword Type Class. Equipment Effect Attack Power plus 200. Strength Attribute plus 5. Passive Effect Shield Break. Item name: Gale Boots. Type Boots. Forge Level 1. Quality Gold. Equipment Effect Agility plus 10. Movement Speed plus 30%. Passive Effect. Ghost Step. Ghost Step increases evasion effectiveness. Fourth, the skill book Poison Bubble. Quality Gold Growth Type. Class Requirement Mage. Initial Effect. Uses mana to summon a poison bubble. The poison bubble will inflict poison damage on a single target. Upon contact with an enemy's body, the poison bubble will explode, dealing poison damage in a certain area and inflicting a poisoned status that lasts for 5 seconds. Item name, Jade Ring. Type accessory. Forge level 1. Max. Quality silver. Requirements none. Equipment. Effect. Reduces the cooldown time for all skills by 10%. Cannot be stacked with cooldown effects from other equipment. Over here, after reading the information, the mage Mok was so shocked she covered her mouth. Oh my god, the loot from a gold treasure chest is this incredible. Even Lambda, who was beside her, had to nod in satisfaction. These 2 gold rank items are truly top tier for this early stage. But the best treasure is this silver rank ring. Even though this jade ring is only silver rank, its ability to reduce skill cooldowns makes it as valuable as free attribute points. If it were put up for auction, it could probably fetch 1,000,000 alliance coins, Lambda thought to himself. Then he casually tossed the Poison Bubble skill book to his childhood friend. This Poison Bubble skill book is for mages. You take it. Mok's face lit up when she saw this, but then she calmed down and explained, a gold rank poison attribute skill book. But I'm already specialized in the ice element. After choosing an elemental attribute, a mage can only learn skills of that element. It's not compatible with skills from other elements, but just then, a golden light suddenly erupted from her body along with a system notification sound. Hidden talent activated, Master of the 5 Elements. Talent progress 2 out of 5. As for Mok, after seeing the notification, she looked completely dumbfounded. Huh. What's this Master of the 5 Elements talent? I've never heard of it. You can activate a hidden talent just by getting a new skill. Beside her, Lambda saw this, made an assumption, and said, interesting. Looks like you'll need more skill books. If you collect skills of different attributes as soon as possible, you'll probably get a surprising reward. I think this is your advantage over other mages. It'll be your trump card. My trump card. The girl beamed with joy while Lambda, seeing that everything was settled, said, let's go. Time to get out of here, right? After saying that, Lambda headed towards the door in front of them to leave. Meanwhile, Mok hurriedly followed him, asking, by the way, how are you planning to allocate those 5 attribute points? Can I use it as a reference? No, my build wouldn't suit you. This is my own path. Oh, okay then. The scene changes to the outside where the crowd was whispering. Oh my god, can a newbie really clear a dungeon by themselves? That's so scary. I'm terrified of those scorpions. Nonsense. Who said that was an open-world dungeon? Some blind fool shouted. Just then, the moment Lambda and Mok appeared, a few simps started fawning. Hey, it's the goddess Mok. Oh my god, she's so cute. As the two spoke, their eyes turned into heart shapes. But the moment they saw Lambda, the moment he started walking next to the goddess, their attitudes changed in a flash. Can you all see the guy standing next to the goddess? That's Lin Ye. He's usually pretty ugly, but there's a rumor going around that he's the one who single-handedly got that SSS rank evaluation. Seriously, no way, someone cried out in shock. Then a bystander started to explain, and why not? He sold a dagger for 100,000 alliance coins. You didn't know. And just at that moment, a sports car, the kind only the rich drive, suddenly pulled up from behind the crowd. Then a young master with the face of a classic villain stepped out. He then arrogantly said, Old Zhao, I saw that girl you were talking about from a distance. She's a real masterpiece. Even more tempting than the dungeons out here. Don't mess around. The guy named Zhao tried to stop him. As for Su Mumu, the moment she saw this young master, she smelled trouble and quickly grabbed Lin Ye's hand to leave. Lin Ye, let's get out of here quickly. What's wrong? Lin Ye asked, confused. The girl then explained, that guy is so much trouble. As she spoke, she thought to herself, he uses his family's power to rob and seize whatever he wants, hiring geniuses to clear all sorts of dungeons for him. His favorite pastime is toying with poor female students. He's truly disgusting. And while she was lost in thought, that young master, up to his old tricks, sauntered over to introduce himself. Hey, classmate, wait up. Hey, beautiful, can I get to know you? My name is Huang Xiaoong. I'm the sole heir to the Huang group around here. After hearing the young master introduce himself, the crowd started whispering. Isn't that young Master Huang? I heard he hasn't been to school all semester, someone mumbled. But the person next to them immediately explained, You idiot, they only show up for the test if they haven't awakened. Then you just get a custom set of max-level common silver gear and you're set. If your talent is strong enough, you might even become the top scorer. I heard he's a total playboy with a terrible personality. He's tricked so many girls. Stop spreading rumors. That's all just people trying to frame young Master Huang. There's not a shred of proof, one of his lapdogs yelled. Huang Xiaoong heard all of this, but instead of getting angry, he was actually pleased. As expected, no matter where I go, this young master is always the center of attention. Back to Su Mumu after hearing the scumbag's offer. She immediately refused. No, I already have a boyfriend. Huh, what did you say? Huang Xiaoong said angrily. Then he glared at Lin Ye. Then he thought with contempt, he's dressed in cheap clothes from head to toe. This is a classic case of a beautiful flower on a pile of cow dung. Over here. Our protagonist, after hearing what Su Mumu said, turned and complained, Hey, Missy, are you using me as a meat shield? I actually thought you knew the guy. Get out of the way, Huang Xiaoong said, reaching out to grab Lin Ye and toss him aside. But unfortunately, before his hand could even touch him, Lin Ye sent it flying away, but this only made Huang Xiaoong even angrier. What kind of loser dares to hit me? You don't know your own strength, he yelled as he threw a punch using the warrior's charge skill at the same time. However, too bad for him, he had picked the wrong opponent. And before his fist could even reach Lin Ye, he had already used reverse dot model. Force Plunder shot a beam of light straight at this young master. It caused him to clutch his stomach and kneel down like a dying dog. It hurts. It's killing me. What kind of trick did you use? He said this through gritted teeth as he stared at Lin Ye. As for our protagonist at this moment, he also started to play dumb. I didn't do anything. You all saw it. Besides, my class is a priest, he said with a smile while the crowd grew confused. What just happened? Why is young Master Huang suddenly in this state? Beside them, Su Mumu also chimed in to explain, I don't know, but Lin Ye is definitely a priest. He doesn't have any damage-dealing skills. Is this Lin Ye's talent? She thought to herself. Meanwhile, this Huang Xiaoong, turning his shame into anger, charged forward to attack once more. And just like before, this little mutt had barely made it halfway when he clutched his stomach and rolled on the ground again. Damn it, you dirty playing bastard, he yelled at Lin Ye. Seeing the young master writhing on the ground, he was quite satisfied. He was just testing the reverse effect of his healing art on a class user. It seems that besides damage, Force Plunder can also inflict negative effects on class users. He's a bit weak, isn't he? I haven't even used half my strength, Lin Ye mused. As for Huang Xiaoong on the ground, he was already going insane with rage. If you've got the guts, let me go. Do you dare to fight me properly using class skills? If you regret it now and get on your knees to apologize, it's not too late. The guy roared and the crowd behind him started to get interested. But just then, the young man named Zhao, who was with him, suddenly pushed through and said, Wait a minute. Don't forget that class users can't fight each other with their awakened skills. After saying this, the young man began to think. A priest who can instantly injure Huang Xiaoong, a guy with a tanky build and a full set of top-tier equipment. Who is this kid? And as if in answer to his question, someone from the crowd of extras started spilling information about Lin Ye. The school forums are blowing up based on the item Lin Ye auctioned. He cleared a dungeon by himself and even shot straight to level 5. Holy crap, are you serious? No way. On the first day after awakening, how could anyone get to level 5 just by doing the novice instance and the wilderness instance? They said, shaking their heads. And thanks to their words, the young man named Zhao also began to reevaluate Lin Ye. Lin Ye. I've never heard of him before, if such rumors exist. Then they must not be fabricated. He's awakened an extremely powerful talent and has chosen to hide it. He's a strong opponent. Thinking this, he stepped forward and spoke. Pardon me, my friend is a bit worked up. I apologize to you both on his behalf. I don't want to disrupt the harmony between classmates Lin Ye. Hearing this, Lin Ye glanced at Su Mumu beside him and sneered. It's just that this guy here doesn't seem very convinced. And just as Lin Ye said, Huang Xiaoong had already gone completely berserk. At this point, he turned to the young man named Zhao and roared, Zhao Kai Hang, what are you apologizing for? Aren't you going to teach him a lesson for me? Hey, what are you doing? Huang Xiaoong yelled, seeing Zhao Kai Hang throw a talisman at him, and as soon as the talisman stuck to Huang Xiaoong's forehead, his eyes rolled back, his tongue stuck out, and he passed out. Then the young man in the suit caught him and explained, he is Huang Xiaoong, the eldest young master of the Huang Corporation. After what happened today, I'm afraid he won't let this go. He'll send people to cause trouble for you. You shouldn't come to school this month. There are 50,000 in this card. Consider it an apology. If you need to run dungeons to level up, you can contact me. I'll arrange it for you to ensure you don't fall behind before the exams. But I hope you'll give me some face and stay away from this guy for a while. He said this while handing a card to Lin Ye, but our protagonist didn't take it. Instead, he just said calmly, I can't guarantee that. If you don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. In fact, I'd rather like to see just how many people he can send to cause trouble for me, he said, turning to leave. At the same time, he thought to himself, this guy is a little interesting. He's not a brainless idiot who just covers for his friend's faults. He doesn't want to make enemies, and he even wants to put me in his debt. This is a good chance to test the real combat ability of Calamity Descent. Time passed quickly, and right after returning home, Lin Ye immediately showed off his items online while publicly selling a walkthrough guide titled Shocking, the Difficult Mode of the Stone Grotto Cave Has Been Conquered. 1 minute and 30 seconds clear, no godly luck or vibrating jade ring needed Hunter's Greatsword, a silver tier weapon price negotiable. SSS rank clear strategy guide for the Stone Grotto dungeon. The unlock fee was 5,000 alliance coins, and of course, as soon as Lin Ye put this guide up for sale, he was immediately flooded with countless comments of disbelief from everyone. Holy crap, the vibrating jade ring reduces cooldown by 10%, that's insane. Isn't that an exaggeration? Is the vibrating jade ring for sale? I'd sell my house for that, clearing the hard mode Stone Grotto dungeon that fast. This isn't a scam, is it? 5,000 alliance coins. He must be crazy for money. Right over here. Hey, even Su Mumu herself felt the price was absurdly expensive. Lin Ye, can this guide really sell for such a high price on the professionals forum? In response to her question, Lin Ye confidently affirmed, trust me, no one will turn down free attribute points. And just as Lin Ye thought, at that moment inside the Stone Grotto dungeon, a certain party saw Lin Ye's guide. They hesitated. The Stone Grotto's terrain is extremely dark, and the SSS rank conditions restrict party cooperation. It's basically impossible. But I'm kind of curious if this is for real or not. Let's just buy it once and see. Hey, you pay for it. After all, it's for free attribute points. Look, someone already bought it. And just like that, the party decided to take a risk. And just 3 minutes later, they emerged with bright smiles, having successfully cleared the SSS rank. It's real, we really got SSS rank, the man holding the axe said cheerfully. Unable to contain his joy, he immediately shared the news with everyone. I tested it and it works. The poster is a God-tier pro. It took me 2 minutes, but it was my first try. If you pay attention to the time, you can definitely do it faster. For real that fast. Is he using shills? How much did you pay for it? And so, although some people were still skeptical, others decided to buy it and try, and Lin Ye's account kept ringing with notifications of received 5,000 alliance coins. The reviews were also quite positive. I'm genuinely impressed. The principle is so simple, how did no one else figure it out? Is the master the first one to research this? He should drop out of school, go live on a mountain, and become a grandmaster. The Stone Grotto is usually super dark and the conditions are weird. Who would willingly take this bait? Or maybe if you're just pathetically weak, you should stop making excuses for yourself, okay? Master, I advise you to promote this charge a reasonable fee and don't be afraid. You deserve this money. I can't believe this dropout method is so simple. Is that all? As time went on, the amount of cash Lin Ye received grew and the news spread to even more people. Announcement. Announcement. The mysterious master's secret dropout technique for the Stone Grotto. Do you want an SSS rank without the pain? Find the person who posted this no matter what it takes. I don't care who he is, I want to become his disciple. Everyone come look at this post. Follow the Master OP and you get free attribute points. This is insane. Another 100 orders. Just like that, it's 500,000. Su Mumu said, her eyes turning into money signs. At the same time, Lin Ye's post had also caught the attention of the Professionals Alliance. A little interesting. Have we found any info on the poster yet? Not yet. Before it was posted, some kind of hacking method was used to hide his identity, but we can roughly trace the IP to the Jiangcheng Professional Academy. Hearing this, the long-haired man smiled and turned, saying, I hear the Academy has had some interesting things happen this year. Quite interesting, isn't it? Back to Lin Ye. At that moment, someone contacted him about the sword. Hey, there's a big boss who's very interested in your greatsword. He's in a hurry to close the deal. The greatsword is selling that fast, Su Mumu said curiously while Lin Ye was focused on negotiating the price. 80,000, the price is firm. The buyer was also a little surprised by the price. It's that cheap master. I want to buy it right now. Let's start the trade immediately. If that's okay, I'll come find you right now. Let's meet in front of the school's dungeon gate. I'll be there in 3 minutes, so please wait for me, master, the person said hurriedly. At that moment, To Mok Mok also congratulated Lum Da. You're rich now. Including the great sword, you've earned nearly 300,000. And as for Lum Da, hearing what To Mok Mok said, he remained calm and replied, It's fine. This was all within my expectations. The price was reasonable, the guide itself has high value, and everyone even helped me advertise it. However, we need more dungeons. A silver-grade graduation weapon is great gear for the early game, but it'll be replaced sooner or later. Even with the best gear, if you lack combat sense, you'll only end up getting people hurt during trials. Lum Da muttered thoughtfully, but this made To Mok Mok, who was beside him, a bit worried. She said, Lum Da, the time before the exam is so precious. You're always trying to get stronger, so why are you wasting time tweaking a strategy guide just to make money? Our protagonist was a little taken aback when he heard this. Then he smiled and said, Because with this money, I can protect the people I cherish most. As he said this, Lum Da began to recall memories from his childhood. After all, for the past few years, they have always protected me. In my past life, I was an orphan. I never knew the warmth of a family. Coming to this world, it was actually my greatest luck, because I gained parents who would risk their lives to love and protect me. But 8 years ago, when the demon tide ended, my disgusting relatives saw me as a prize to be won and wished that I had died in that demon tide. Just like my parents, because only then could they get their hands on the inheritance my parents left behind. Back then, I can still remember those wicked people saying, If none of you want to take this burden, then I suppose I'll reluctantly take him. In exchange, 90% of my sister's assets will be mine. Any objections? Look at the way he's staring at you, this little jinx. Even if we dump him at an orphanage, no one would ever know. He won't starve to death, and you can't beat him to death, so we can just treat him like a dog. I think you all just want a piece of the pie, too. You're no saint either. I've already done all I can. That's because you're just too greedy. Back then, trying to fight them was like a praying mantis trying to stop a car. To avoid being beaten to a pulp, I ran away. My only plan at the time was to find enough food, to stay full and survive just so I could make those people pay. But then my uncle and aunt stepped in and took me home. They treated me like their own son, and I slowly learned to trust them. After that, they helped me reclaim the inheritance my parents had left, steering me away from any thoughts of revenge. They took care of me with everything they had. Those so-called relatives were taken to court and got the punishment they deserved. If it weren't for them, I never would have been able to attend school like a normal kid, or live a normal life. I can't imagine how much injustice I would have suffered. So to put it plainly, I'm earning this money to repay them. Getting stronger is also about using my own strength to protect the 3 most important people in my life, so that the mistakes of the past are never repeated. Just then, a voice snapped Lum Da out of his thoughts. It brought him back to reality. Hello. Excuse me, are you the master selling the hunter's greatsword? My name is Bok Chi. The words came from a short, petite girl. Hearing this, Lum Da looked at the small girl with suspicion and asked, Are you a student at this school because I don't do trades through a middleman for some buff dude? Master over here? After hearing that, Bok Chi quickly waved her hands and explained, I'm the one buying it. I'm so sorry my phone died right after I called Master. I'm really the one who's buying it, I swear. Bok Chi looked like she was about to cry as she spoke. Lum Da, however, was still confused. A girl this small can wield a greatsword. Could this kid have been born with monstrous strength? And did she put all her stat points into strength? He wondered. With that thought, he pulled the sword from his inventory and said, All right then, confirm the item. These are the stats for the hunter's greatsword. Take a good look. Once it's sold, there are no refunds. As he spoke, Lum Da tossed the sword forward and Bok Chi reacted in a flash. Instantly, the small girl caught the sword as it flew towards her at incredible speed. After catching it, Bok Chi even swung it around a few times with ease. And that single action proved everything. Baiji's profession. This power. He must be a real pro. After checking the sword, she turned back to the expert and asked, Sir, is this greatsword really only 80,000? That's silver-tier graduation gear. It's pretty much the best one from our graduating class so far. I checked the prices on the market, too. A hunter's greatsword should be over 200,000. Beside her, Lin Ye didn't answer directly. Instead, he asked, Didn't your teachers teach you kids about standard market prices? Market prices. I've been bad at math since I was little. I don't really have a concept of money, Baiji said blankly. Her words made Lin Ye realize that she was most likely a rich kid. To keep the kid from getting scammed later, Lin Ye warned her, "Next time you buy something, make sure you check the price properly. Don't get ripped off." "Thank you, sir, I understand. Also, I wanted to thank you for letting me buy this great sword so cheaply." As she spoke, Bai Ji started transferring the money to Lin Ye. Lin Ye received the notification instantly. Alliance Wealth Bank. You have received 80,000 yuan. Your account balance now exceeds 1 million. Congratulations, you have been upgraded to a gold card member. Please enjoy the benefits of your gold card status. Back to Lin Ye. After getting the money, he waved goodbye to the kid and started to leave. "Don't worry about it, it was just business. Come back if you need anything else." But just then, Baiji standing behind him suddenly used some kind of skill. A beam of light shot out and hit him directly. Then, Lin Ye received a system notification. You have been targeted by an unknown power. You have received special buff gaze of the goddess of luck. Is this your innate talent? Lin Ye asked in surprise. Baiji admitted it outright and made her proposal. Yes, it is. This is my talent, and it can even be upgraded, so can I join your team, sir? And after hearing her proposal, Lin Ye started thinking. A luck-buffing awakened talent. That's sometimes even rarer than a legendary one. She doesn't seem to be lying. It really is a talent that boosts luck. Strategically speaking, the effect of a talent like this is practically unbeatable. It's not limited by the quality of a dungeon's loot chest. Even someone with a weak talent could open a mythic-grade treasure chest with this buff. As he thought of this, Lin Ye had suddenly realized something and quickly asked, "By the way, have you told anyone else about your talent's effect?" "Nope, I haven't told a soul." Baiji shook her head vigorously. "Good. Another thing, does your talent have any restrictions?" Lin Ye asked. "It does. At most, I can only use it 3 times a week, and each time it can only be used on one person." After hearing that, Lin Ye sighed and said, "Don't let anyone else find out about this. Otherwise, you'll definitely be exploited. People can be treacherous after all." "Is it really that scary?" Yes, sir. It's a good thing I haven't told anyone," Baiji said, startled. Lin Ye began to scare her. "Your buff is an incredibly rare and valuable resource. The moment word leaks, it will cause a frenzy among other ability users. To monopolize your power, they might even imprison you, taking away your freedom and your future." Hearing this, Baiji looked confused. "But aren't we all supposed to join the Profession User Alliance eventually?" In response to her naive question, Lin Ye calmly explained, "The Profession User Alliance is a massive, benevolent organization that leads humanity against the demon tide, and it's spread all across the world. But it's filled with countless factions, complex relationships, intense infighting, and assassinations happen all the time, so you should join our team. For now, we can look out for you." "Really, can I really?" Baiji said, stunned. "Yes. Well, let me introduce myself properly. I'm Lin Ye. Welcome to the team. Let's go meet our other teammates, shall we?" Lin Ye said with a smile. Meanwhile, Baiji was so happy she burst into tears. This is wonderful. No one else believed I could be a frontliner, so they never wanted to party up with me. She's so petite, yet she's a great sword user. I guess it is hard to believe," Lin Ye thought to himself. A moment later, the two of them met up with Su Mumu. When she saw Baiji, she spoke up. "Oh, so this is the brawny big shot, huh? Is this the new teammate you found?" Hello, I'm Baiji," the girl said quickly. Su Mumu smiled back and replied, "It's nice to meet you. I'm Su Mumu." "Wow, it's the goddess Mumu. You're so beautiful. Your hand is so soft too." Turning back to Su Mumu, she glanced at Lin Ye behind them, then quickly pulled Baiji closer to her, away from Lin Ye. "You're so adorable. I hope that guy Lin Ye doesn't see this and get any funny ideas," she said suspiciously, and her glare made Lin Ye wonder, what's she glaring at me for? With that thought, he cleared his throat a couple of times and reminded them, "How about I treat everyone to a meal? Are we heading to the next dungeon soon?" "Which dungeon?" they both asked curiously. Lin Ye immediately told them the dungeon he planned to conquer next. The nightmare-level Goblin City dungeon. Because we can all get free attribute points. I'll go in by myself first, and then I'll make a good walkthrough for everyone. "Huh? You're going to challenge a nightmare-level dungeon alone? You're just gonna jump straight into nightmare level," Su Mumu exclaimed in astonishment, and her surprise was completely understandable. Because this was a nightmare-level dungeon, the highest difficulty for a novice with secret areas out in the wild. The rewards were also the richest, with guaranteed loot drops above gold tier. At the same time, the monsters' stats inside were massively boosted. Even with a full party novice, Job holders could easily die in the dungeon if they weren't careful. You could say the difficulty was a death wish. Back to the story, Su Mumu immediately stepped forward to stop Lin Ye from his reckless plan. No way are you trying to get yourself killed. Even if you're strong, you can't risk challenging a nightmare-level dungeon alone. Mumu, it's fine. Don't you believe in me? Lin Ye quickly tried to reassure her, but it was no use because Su Mumu just kept shouting, "Of course I believe in you, but you can't." Not the nightmare-level Goblin dungeon. Even some high-level job holders have had accidents in there. Even though it's a dungeon for level 10 and below, many players over level 10 have gotten seriously hurt. It's been a long time since any newcomer dared to challenge it. Nearby, seeing Su Mumu go full-on roaring lioness by G quickly made her escape. Great God, Lin Ye, goddess Mumu. I suddenly remembered I have something to do. I'll be going now. You two take your time talking. With that, the girl immediately bolted before she could get caught in the crossfire. Yes, meanwhile, our protagonist knew that Su Mumu wouldn't let him go, so he had to calm her down first and figure it out later. Don't be hasty. I know you're worried about me. It was the same with the last hard mode dungeon. Let's go home and eat first, Mumu. As he spoke, he was already forming a secret plan. I didn't expect Mumu to be so against it. I'll just have to trick her for now and then sneak out to clear it tonight. Hearing this, Su Mumu's tone softened and she replied, "Fine. If you don't, I'll tell our parents." "Mm-hmm. Whatever you say," Lin Ye said with a nod. However, the way he gave in so easily made Su Mumu suspicious. Would Lin Ye really give up that easily? Time flew by. Right now, Su Mumu was scrolling through news related to Lin Ye. Suspected strongest newcomer of the year emerges. It's rumored that among this year's new examinees, a genius single-handedly cleared a secret realm. I received some pictures from inside the Job Academy dungeon today. Below, netizens who read the post were skeptical and started discussing it. Is this for real? What's the big deal? The silhouette just looks like some normal guy. Stop hyping it up. The experts have already analyzed it. It's basically impossible for one person to clear that dungeon. Blah, blah, blah. In short, there were a lot of comments, but we'll skip those. Back to Lin Ye. Seeing Su Mumu glued to her phone, he got curious and asked, "What are you looking at?" "It's time to eat." With that, he took the chance while Su Mumu wasn't looking to snatch her phone and see for himself. "Lin Ye," she yelped in surprise. Yes, after that, the pair finally made it downstairs for dinner. "You two have worked so hard these last couple of days. Eat some more and take care of your health," Mother Su said cheerfully. "Yes, Mom. Thank you, Auntie." Across from them, Father Su looked at Lin Ye and asked little Ye, "How did the trial go?" "Everything went smoothly, I hope." "Everything went smoothly, sir," Lin Ye said with a smile. Father Su, who must have heard something from someone, started giving him advice. "Ha ha ha. Ever since you were a kid, you've had that drive to become stronger. We all know that once you've made up your mind, even a team of 10 horses couldn't hold you back." Model. However, don't overdo anything. In the end, everything is fragile. Hearing this, Lin Ye seemed to figure something out. He then chuckled and said, "Uncle, did a little birdie tell you something?" "That's right. The one right in front of me." "Dad, how could you just say it so directly?" Su Mumu complained, but her parents didn't seem to mind. Then Mother Su gave Lin Ye a bowl of soup and advised him, "I won't interfere with what you want to do. I just hope that sometimes you can be like Mumu and live a healthy, stable life. That's enough." Hearing this, Lin Ye quickly took the bowl of soup and replied cheerfully, "Yes, sir, I'll learn from Mumu." "To become a quiet couch potato?" "I'm just kidding. Anyway, Uncle and Auntie, please don't worry. I won't do anything beyond my capabilities." "Yes, that's good. Overall, you must remember that this home will always have your back," said Father Su, as he offered a bank card to Lin Ye. But Lin Ye immediately refused and explained, "Uncle, I've already earned enough money. You and Auntie should keep this for yourselves." But before he could finish, Mother Su, who was beside him, got a little angry and corrected him. "Xiao Ye, you'll have a lot of expenses during the exam period. If you don't take it, I'll be angry." Okay. "Auntie, please don't be angry," Lin Ye said hastily as he reluctantly accepted the money. "See Mom and Dad. Thankfully, with them by my side, I'm living a great life now. I want to cherish this hard-earned life even more. For their sake, I have to become even stronger. So nightmare-level dungeon, here I come." Lin Ye promised himself, and as planned, he made his way to the nightmare-level dungeon. Scene changed to Huang Xiaoong's house. After getting knocked silly by Lin Ye, the spoiled young master finally woke up, and this dimwit started screaming the moment he woke up, "Damn it, Zhao Hankai, you dare backstab me!" Beside him, Zhao Hongkai saw the guy barking like mad, but he managed to stay calm and explained, "Big bro, I was saving you back there. I even paid a sum of money for you. Haha, without me, you'd probably be lying in a hospital right now." He spoke in a very calm voice, but this little mutt just wouldn't let it go. "Like hell, I needed you to save me. You're just a piece of trash, son of a bitch. If I'd put on all my gear, he would have— Ah! It hurts like hell!" Huang Xiaoong screamed like a stuck pig. Not wanting to listen to him bark anymore, Zhao Hongkai stood up to leave. "Get some rest," he said calmly. But who knows what kind of fit this young master was throwing. As soon as he heard Zhao Hongkai say that, he grabbed a glass of water from the side and threw it straight ahead. "It's because of a pathetic bastard like you that I lost so much face. Get out, what brother bullshit is this?" The guy roared furiously, and this action finally pushed Zhao Hongkai to his limit. He turned back coldly and warned Huang Xiaoong, "Do you really think that just because you're the young master of the Huang Corporation, you can do whatever you want? Uncle Huang told me to take care of your needs. I never should have agreed. You deserve to be beaten so badly you piss your pants and your own mother wouldn't recognize you." "Oh wait, I almost forgot. You don't have a mother," Zhao Hongkai said with a mocking smile. Meanwhile, Huang Xiaoong continued to bark out his usual lines. "We're through. Get out and don't you dare come back, you useless piece of trash. You're not worthy of being my brother." Back to Zhao Hongkai, seeing that this guy still had the energy to curse like that. He actually felt a little worried for his fate. "Huang Xiaoong, you have no idea what kind of person you've provoked this time. A rookie who appeared out of nowhere. He was able to seriously injure you without using any active skills. There are even rumors he can solo dungeons, although no one has confirmed it recently. A mysterious figure has risen quickly, attracting the attention of many factions by selling dungeon walkthroughs and the gold-grade items that drop, which led to students forming their own fan club. Historically, the probability of 2 such high-caliber rookies appearing, from Jiangcheng, well, you can figure out the odds yourself," he thought to himself. Back with the young master Huang Xiaoong after seeing that Zhao Hongkai had left, and so he immediately pulled out his phone to contact one of his underlings. "Help me deal with some guy. Call all your boys. Get them geared up. If you're short on weapons, ask me for money. I've got plenty. Don't worry, if anything happens, I'll handle it. I just need to teach this little punk who doesn't know his place a little lesson. He needs to understand who's really in charge at Jiangcheng Academy," Huang Xiaoong said, gritting his teeth as he turned back to Lin Ye. At that moment, he was already inside the dungeon instance, Goblin Prison First Floor, Misty Forest 4. Goblin Underground City Level 5 to 8. Nightmare difficulty. Introduction. This is a dungeon maze inhabited by countless goblins consisting of 5 floors. The number and strength of the goblins increase with each floor. If you cannot clear the final floor, please exit as soon as possible. Note: if you fail to clear the final floor, you will not receive any items. Over here, Lin Ye also began to recall what he knew about this greenskin dungeon. The Goblin Prison is one of the hardest dungeons at this stage. The time it takes to clear is quite long and the requirements are absurd. Even professionals with strong talents don't dare to come here casually to farm monsters for equipment and free attribute points. But you can get gold rank chests or higher here, and with a luck buff, opening a platinum rank chest and getting around 10 to 15 free attribute points shouldn't be a problem, Lin Ye thought to himself. And in no time he had already encountered the first monsters. The only difference was that these goblins weren't the usual 1.2 meters tall. They were at least 2 meters tall, as big as temple guardians. This was a level 5 goblin soldier, strength 10 constitution, 10 intellect, 4, spirit 5, agility 4, aptitude silver, skills, leaping/head chop, shield block. Description: goblins responsible for guarding the first floor of the dungeon equipped with weapons and armor. That was the information on this big guy. And as for Lin Ye, before he went inside, he had already figured out a plan to clear it smoothly. It's time to begin. In 5 seconds, the entrance will start to fill with monsters. This time, I'm mainly here to test the optimized monster luring and speed-killing method I've developed. The requirements for an SSS rank clear of the Goblin Dungeon. Aside from killing the secret boss, you have to kill all the monsters without using special items. And the 2 most important points are that each floor must not take longer than 10 minutes. And to clear the 5th floor of the dungeon, bravely fight against the ferocious goblins and defeat the hidden boss, the Goblin King. 30 seconds to speed kill the goblin soldiers. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go deep into the first basement level and face the goblin captain. After having lured the entire mob of monsters to chase him, Lin Ye immediately used the divine skill, Advent of Calamity, and with this wide-area damage skill, he wiped them all out in a single blow. In the end, in just 3 minutes and 59 seconds, he quickly cleared the first floor. Within 5 minutes, he was able to quickly clear the first floor. It seems this method of pulling all the monsters on the first floor to one spot isn't a problem. Even if my damage output isn't high enough, there are still 5 minutes left to boost my output, Lin Ye silently calculated. And just like that, Lin Ye began to wipe out all the monsters on the remaining floors. All monsters on the second floor of the Goblin prison have been eliminated. All monsters on the third floor of the Goblin prison have been eliminated. All monsters on the fourth floor of the Goblin prison have been eliminated. Everything went quite smoothly until he reached the fifth floor of the Goblin palace. As soon as Lin Ye stepped in, he witnessed a massive goblin shouting at him, "Human, you dare trespass into my domain." This was the level 8 Goblin King. Strength 12, Constitution 12, Intellect 10, Spirit 9, Agility 7, Aptitude Gold. Skills: Earthshaker, Dragon Lance, Pounce, Berserk, Summon, Legion. Back to Lin Ye. After entering the palace and seeing only the Goblin King, he was a little surprised. Strange. I just entered the secret area and the boss is already here. Aren't there any small mobs? But before our protagonist could analyze any further, the Goblin King in front of him slammed the spear in its hand onto the ground, causing the earth to crack into many pieces. This was the Earthshaker skill. More information about the Goblin King. The Lord of the Goblin prison, possessing extraordinary strength and terrifying attack power. Its movement speed is a bit slow, but it compensates with solid muscles, sturdy golden armor, and a golden spear with a wide attack range. Thanks to this, it doesn't need to worry about its weakness. Back to the story. Right after using the skill, the Goblin King leaped straight towards our protagonist. Starting off with the wide-area Earthshaker skill, huh? My speed isn't fast enough. I have to dodge to the side, avoid the point where it lands, and then lie prone to reduce the damage from the shockwave it creates when it hits the ground. But that's for normal people. I'm different, Lin Ye thought to himself. And right after that, he shouted, "Invert the damage of Earthshaker. Invert the shockwave damage of Earthshaker." And just like that, by using the inversion art, Lin Ye was able to avoid the damage caused by this skill. He even healed for a large chunk of health. Next, taking this guy's skill without retaliating just wouldn't be Lin Ye's style. So he gifted it an inverted healing art deprivation art, which reduced the Goblin King's health by 200. But those 200 points were nothing compared to its massive health pool. It immediately let out a laugh and began to use its Dragon Lance skill. At that moment, the large creature began to condense power in its left arm and slowly formed it into a spearhead which it threw straight ahead. But of course, since our protagonist was in a state of inversion, this attack had no effect. The Goblin King uses the skill Dragon Lance. Skill effect inverted. Your health is restored by 200 points. Your attack power is temporarily increased by 40 points. The Goblin King uses the skill Pounce. Skill effect inverted. Your health is restored by 140 points and the knock-up status is removed. On the other side, the Goblin King after a few attacks, so it had already figured out the secret behind Lin Ye's reverse skill. So my skills have no effect on you, is that it? In that case, I have deduced your weakness. My subjects hear my command. Appear and destroy my enemy. The big oaf let out a roar, and right after that, a whole horde of lesser goblins started crawling out from the ground around Lin Ye. At that moment, he also received a grim notification from the system. The Goblin King has entered a berserk state, as expected of a nightmare-level hidden dungeon boss. He's tough to deal with as expected, but now's not the time to use my ultimate move, Lin Ye thought to himself. But right after, his eyes widened as the Goblin King in front of him began to order its minions, "Attack that ant directly. Don't use any skills. Make its death a painful one, since skills are useless against you. Let's see if you can withstand hundreds of normal attacks." And just like that, Lin Ye was thrown into a difficult situation. Just at a glance, I could see Pharaoh goblins, guardian goblins, ninja goblins, and then the whole mob of green-skinned creatures raised their weapons and charged, swarming him and forcing Lin Ye to hastily use the Boots of Gale's skill Ghost Step to evade. However, Lin Ye, even though he dodged the melee attacks, he was shot by goblin archers from a distance. And because these were normal attacks with just those 2 arrows, he had already lost 400 health points. But this still wasn't enough to trouble our protagonist. So what if they hit me? Lin Ye thought cheerfully, and right after he used his healing skill. Divine healing technique to restore his own health, making the previous attacks almost completely meaningless. The Goblin King, seeing Lin Ye from afar, completely recover his wounds just like that, roared in a frenzy, "How can this be? He can't be killed! Damn you, detestable human!" But before the creature could curse any further, its voice fell silent as Lin Ye on the opposite side began to radiate an incredibly terrifying aura, giving the creature goosebumps. "What is that look in your eyes?" The big oaf bellowed, and in response to this question, Lin Yi began to use his reverse healing art Vigor Plunder, causing the monster's health to drop continuously. He then used Ghost Step to kite them. Attacking while on the run drove the horde of monsters insane, but they couldn't do a thing. "You're running away again. You cunning human with no fighting spirit. Stop at once and face me in a fair and honorable duel. Is this your so-called warrior spirit?" He let out a laugh while thinking, "But I suppose I should turn back for a head-on fight." With that thought, Lin Ye immediately stopped running. And before the monsters in front of him could react, he had already used his strongest skill. Reverse Divine Healing Technique. Calamity Descent. It created countless black lightning bolts that flew straight towards the crowd, causing the monsters to convulse. "No, impossible. This is the power of a demon god. Why would it appear in the body?" One of you lowly humans," some monster screamed, but it didn't last long before it kicked the bucket. "This should end things pretty quickly, huh?" he muttered, and then the skill grew stronger and stronger to the point where it changed the weather, forming a vortex in the sky above. And then, from the center of this vortex, a pillar of light shot straight down, accompanied by countless bolts of lightning. And so the horde of goblins could only helplessly scream within this thunderstorm. And then they turned into experience points to fuel Lin Ye's growth. Reminder: you have annihilated the entire Goblin Legion, received 1,000 experience points. Reminder: the Goblin King's health has dropped drastically to only 1%, entering a near-death state. All attributes have been greatly reduced. Aggro has also been significantly lowered. "My life is over. My life is over," the big oaf said weakly, and Lin Ye, seeing this quickly, sent the monster off to join its minions with Vigor Plunder. And as soon as the monster gasped its last breath, the system announced, "Congratulations, you have defeated the Goblin King, received 5,000 experience points, level up to level 7. Nightmare level Goblin Dungeon instance completed. Finalizing rewards. All hidden conditions met. Rating SSS rank. Received special effect from the attention of the Goddess of Luck. The Dungeon Clear treasure chest will be upgraded from a gold-ranked treasure chest to a platinum-ranked treasure chest." Over here, Lin Yi, seeing the reward notification like that, he couldn't help but grin from ear to ear. Truly a carp turning into a dragon moment. Baizi's blessing skill is really powerful. It directly upgraded the gold tier chest to platinum tier. There's still quite a lot of time left too. With 20 hours to spare, that's enough for me to clear the instance one more time. Lin Ye silently calculated, and right after that, he also selected to open the treasure chest, and the results did not disappoint Lin Ye. The items contained within the platinum chest were not the least bit ordinary. You have received a platinum tier skill, Holy Light. You have received the item Flame Flask. You have received 15 free attribute points. You have received the platinum tier equipment Sparkling Stone. You have received a platinum tier skill, Divine Stars. You have received the gold tier equipment Sandstorm Bow. Skill book, Holy Light. Quality Platinum tier. Requirement, Holy Light System, Mage Priest. Effect: initially it consumes a certain amount of mana to deal magic damage, attaching a special holy effect that is effective at countering creatures of the undead and evil systems. Flame Flask, a gold tier item. Thrown at an enemy, it deals 300 points of damage. Equipment. Name Sparkling Stone. Quality Platinum tier. Equipment type carried. Before being forged, level 1. Cannot be forged. No requirements. Equipment effect. After equipping, increases all attributes by 20 points. Has the active skill Twinkle Twinkle. Recharges 1 charge of magic every 5 minutes. A maximum of 3 charges can be accumulated. When used, it consumes 1 charge to teleport in a designated direction within a 10-meter range. Skill book, Divine Stars. Quality, Platinum tier. Requirements: Priest class, personal level must be above level 5, intelligence must reach 20. Initial effect, consumes a certain amount of mana to summon. Brilliantly shining stars in a 20-meter radius. All allies within the area instantly restore 300 health points and are simultaneously granted a damage immunity effect that lasts for 5 seconds. Damage immunity reduces incoming damage by 10%. Sandstorm Bow Gold Tier. When firing an arrow, there is a chance to summon a sandstorm, dealing an additional instance of earth elemental magic damage to the enemy. A specialized weapon for the archer class. Now back to Lin Ye. After looking at the information for these items, he had already come up with a reasonable plan for how to use each one. 2 platinum tier skill books, 1 platinum tier piece of equipment. Holy Light even has a counter effect against certain special types. Not to mention the Sparkling Stone has a rare teleportation skill and bonus attribute points. On top of that, Divine Stars doesn't just have a wide area healing effect, but it can also grant all allies the damage immunity effect at the same time. That means after I use my Heaven and Earth reversal talent, it'll become a damage skill. An even wider area of effect damage skill with stronger instantaneous burst damage. The damage immunity effect might even be reversed to make enemies take increased damage, no matter how tough or thick-skinned the monsters are. They can all be finished off in an instant. A new strategic level AoE skill has been born. I'll learn Divine Stars first. As for Holy Light, it's not that amazing. If I can't sell it, I can just learn it later. I don't have that many skills anyway. And these 15 free attribute points, I'll put them all into intelligence, Lin Ye thought as he quickly made the selections on his screen. Next, he quickly equipped the Sparkling Stone to see how it felt. Sparkling Stone equipped. All attribute points increased by 20. This upgrade is another huge leap in power, Lin Ye thought happily to himself as he stepped out of the instance. But the moment he stepped out, the annoying voice of Sumumu rang out beside him. Busted, what a coincidence! Oh, you're here for the instance too? Lin Ye said awkwardly. Lin Ye, what's with the act? Sumumu shouted before letting out a resigned sigh. So, did you clear the nightmare-level Goblin dungeon? That's right, Lin Ye happily confirmed. I knew it. I just had the idea to give this instance a try myself, you know. Oh, is that so? Then please right this way, Lin Ye said hurriedly. Meanwhile, the expensive sports car belonging to Huang Xiaoong pulled up behind them. We chased you to several teleport points, but we finally caught you. See? It's that bastard. From head to toe, his face is just begging to be punched. Take care of him for me, Huang Xiaoong said cheerfully. But when his lackey beside him didn't respond, he got angry and yelled, Hey, I'm talking to you. Are you stupid? As he spoke, he casually punched his lackey in the head a few times. But the lackey was already trembling like a frightened sheep. No way. That guy is too scary. This handsome fella can't do it. I knew it. You useless students are good for nothing. Luckily, I came prepared. Huang Xiaoong let out a cunning laugh as if he had a backup plan. Speaking of Lin Ye, that evening, right after completing the nightmare-level instance, he immediately went online to post a guide for his fellow netizens while also showing off and selling his items. S-Rank Guide, Nightmare Goblin Dungeon, no scams. Selling Holy Light, Sandstorm Bow. Unlock S-Rank Guide for Nightmare Goblin Dungeon 8,000 Alliance coins. And people's reactions after seeing his post were so shocking their jaws dropped. Holy crap, the master is at it again. Soloing a Nightmare difficulty dungeon. And he's guaranteeing an A to S-Rank drop. I'm not seeing things. Am I? Yeah, we get it. The master got an S rank again. Master, can you take me with you next time? I've never done a Nightmare difficulty dungeon before. I really want the free attribute points. Ignoring the netizens' comments, it wasn't long before Lin Ye received purchase requests for 2 items. I just listed them. You have received a purchase request for Holy Light priced at 100,000 Alliance coins. Would you like to review it? You have received a purchase request for Sandstorm priced at 150,000 Alliance coins. Would you like to review it? And of course, the moment our protagonist saw the price, he immediately sent the 2 items off to their new owners. Right after that, he also received a notification. Congratulations. Dear gold card holder of the Wealth Alliance Bank, you have received 500,000 Alliance coins, bringing your total balance to 1,500,000 Alliance coins. 500,000? That's actually better than I imagined. This must be the reward for clearing the stage without taking any damage except for the boss stage. But other than me, no one else has been able to do this. The skill I crafted, no one dares to buy it, but that's fine. The Nightmare difficulty dungeon is still a quality breakthrough for my equipment and stats. Making money is just secondary. The lucky buff has 15 hours remaining. I can rest a bit to recover and then continue fighting in the next dungeon. I'll go for a run. I'll use training as a way to rest and improve my physical fitness a bit. As Lin Ye thought this, he began rolling up his sleeves and heading outside. But he hadn't been running for long when suddenly a car started chasing him from behind. It blocked the young man's path. And the owner of this car was none other than that young master of the Huang family whom Lin Ye had beaten to a pulp, Huang Xiaoong. "Lin Ye," he muttered as the young master of the Huang family made a suggestion, as if they were the best of friends. "Yo, what a coincidence, Lin Ye. Get in the car, I'll take you somewhere up ahead." Lin Ye heard him. He knew this guy was just looking for trouble, so he retorted, "Didn't Zhao Kai-hung make it clear to you? Not to come and mess with me. I don't like trouble, but that doesn't mean I'm afraid of it. Shut up. Don't you dare mention that traitor's name again," Huang Xiaoong screamed, while the lackey in the back took the opportunity to shout, "Cut the crap, young Master Huang wants to duel you. If you don't agree, haha, don't expect your family to live in peace." The guy laughed like he was having a seizure, not noticing Lin Ye's expression. Across from him, his face had already darkened. "They found my home address already," Lin Ye thought, gritting his teeth. And then, it seemed he wanted to settle this once and for all, so he agreed to go with the young master of the Huang family. "Fine, but I hope you'll act like a gentleman. Don't go crying and calling for help after you lose." Up front, Huang Xiaoong roared like a small dog. "Don't you dare make baseless accusations!" After saying that, as if afraid Lin Ye wouldn't believe him, he turned to the subordinate beside him. Then he shouted, "Later, none of you are to interfere. I want to fight him one-on-one. Got it?" "Young master, what if you can't beat—" the subordinate said hesitantly, but before he could finish his sentence, Huang Xiaoong's eyes widened as he pointed to the gear on his body. "This gear on me is something that damn bastard couldn't afford in his entire lifetime. How could I possibly lose? Now get lost, you hear me?" Oh, so he didn't just bring backup, Lin Ye thought to himself. But right at that moment, he overheard the two in front whispering to each other, "We'll proceed according to the original plan." "Understood, young master," the lackey replied hastily. Meanwhile, our protagonist couldn't be bothered to care. He got directly into the car and complained about what the two were plotting. "Hurry up, it doesn't matter how many people you have, just bring them all. I'm busy, I don't want to waste my time." "Tish, you just wait. You won't even have time to regret it later. I'll make you crawl like a dog," Huang Xiaoong declared arrogantly. As for what was going through Lin Ye's mind, it wasn't much different. "And I'll make you wish you were dead." As he thought this, a murderous glint appeared in his eyes, and just like that, the three of them got in the car and started driving towards a forest somewhere, far away from the city, and by the time the car stopped Lin Ye, he discovered a whole gang of fierce-looking men gathered up ahead, and although Lin Ye saw the enemy's superior numbers and strength, he could still smile and speak. "So many people, huh? Hurry up, one-on-one, or a group fight. We'll all one-on-one you." The guy surnamed Huang laughed maniacally as he drew his diamond-grade wind shadow sword of his. But this young master's words didn't make Lin Ye flinch in the slightest. "I don't see any difference." He laughed scornfully, and this smile made the young master so angry that veins started popping on his face. "You little brat, die for me!" He said this as he swung his sword forward, and the other hunting dogs saw it. They began to charge forward all at once to gang up on him. As for Lin Ye, seeing the crowd rush at him like that, he calmly summoned his staff and gently retreated backward to dodge their attacks. "His speed is so high," the blond guy said in surprise as he watched Lin Ye. "He was like an eel weaving through the crowd." Then right after that, he also unleashed a surprise attack, forming a blade of light that shot straight towards Lin Ye. And with the speed of this attack, our protagonist truly couldn't dodge in time. "Tisk, tisk, so having more people makes you stronger, huh? Looks like I'll still have to use my reversal talent," Lin Ye thought to himself, and right after that, he took the full force of the attack. The blond guy behind him saw this and laughed like a lunatic. "Ha ha ha, you wet behind the ears brat. This is all you've got." But before this hunting dog could even get a few laughs in, Lin Ye up ahead used the plunder skill, causing the man to suddenly drop to his knees and spit out a liter of blood. And the most interesting part was, this guy didn't even know why he was injured. What? What kind of skill is this? I clearly wasn't hit. What a bizarre ability. It broke through the defense of my gold-grade equipment. He thought this while staring intently at Lin Ye, as if trying to figure out his trick. Beside him, the underlings saw the blond guy spitting up so much blood and worriedly said, Boss, are you okay?" "I'm perfectly fine. Don't worry about this brat's skill. He's just a priest." "We've got the numbers, and we're all decked out in gold-grade gear. Let's attack together and take him down. The boss said this, but his whole body was trembling violently as if he could drop dead at any moment. After hearing this, his underlings agreed. Yeah, the boss is right. Just like that, the whole group began to charge forward at once and surrounded Lin Ye. And from all four sides, leaving him no room to dodge. Adamant, iron fist, flying, fierce flame, cannon, thousand leaf, heavy bloom. A series of skills began to activate. Aiming straight for our protagonist, and faced with such a rain of attacks, Lin Ye decided to use the area of effect skill he had just obtained from the Goblin dungeon. Ha-oh, marvelous stars. Reversed. Fall to the depths of hell, Lin Ye murmured, and in the eyes of the crowd right at that moment, his body erupted with an intense light. Then from his hands, countless chains flew out, piercing through the bodies of the underlings. It made their eyes bulge out as they lost all combat strength. No way. How could we be defeated in the blink of an eye like this? The boss said, his voice and face filled with disbelief. Meanwhile, the young master Huang Xiaoong, after seeing his hunting dogs defeated, finally had to take action himself. Hey, relying on money is still better than relying on others. This is a masterpiece I purchased at the auction of Sotheby's, a diamond-grade, no-level limit equipment set that cost me a whole 10 million, he said as he took off his suit vest, revealing a set of dazzling armor underneath. This is the diamond-grade flexible attribute set. No level limit, all attributes increased by 100, and that's Sotheby's. It's the most prestigious auction house in all of Huaxia. Just the entrance ticket alone is worth over 100 million. Such financial power, as expected of the sole heir to the Huang Corporation. That equipment set, without a doubt, it must be a world-class legendary-grade treasure, the boss said in a daze. At this moment, the young master surnamed Huang also smiled and declared, Lin Ye. This time I will make you kneel at my feet. And then this Huang Xiaoong also saw Lin Ye. Seeing him frozen like a statue, he continued contemptuously, What's wrong, scared? It's not too late to beg for forgiveness. As he spoke, he began to advance. In response to his words, Lin Ye could only shake his head in weary disgust. All style, but no substance. No matter how strong your gear is, it can't hide the weakness in your heart. You can't win. As if his words had struck a nerve, Huang Xiaoong gritted his teeth in anger after hearing them. Then you can go die, Wind Shadow Sweep. He let out a shout and rushed towards Lin Ye like a bolt of lightning. He then unleashed 2 lightning-fast slashes, but unfortunately for him, Lin Ye leapt into the air, dodging them by a hair's breadth. Seeing this, Huang Xiaoong didn't let up and pursued him relentlessly. Meanwhile, the blonde-haired leader below, observing the battle, began to notice something strange about Lin Ye. What? No. Something's not right. I don't know what skill he used, but how could he take down all my brothers in their gold-grade gear? How can this guy's damage be so high? How in the world did he do it? What's even weirder is that for a moment I had a feeling this kid wasn't even human anymore. Like that thing that appeared during the demonic tide back then. The man thought in panic while young Master Huang Xiaoong was starting to question his own existence, unable to land a single hit on Lin Ye. Impossible. Did you put all your attribute points into speed or something? But my stats are clearly boosted by this epic suit of armor. As long as I hit you, you're dead for sure, Wind Shadow Slash, he said, rushing towards Lin Ye. He then unleashed a downward slash at godlike speed, but unfortunately the attack only hit thin air as Lin Ye continued toying with him like a cat with a mouse. At the same time he decided to drill the point into the guy's head. It's because your base stats are just too low. That's why you can't hit me no matter what you do. I guess it's my turn now. First, let's find your weakness. Reverse healing art. Plunder art. Lin Ye mumbled to himself, and right after, he aimed his staff forward and fired a laser beam straight at the guy. It dealt a terrifying amount of damage to him. 1,000 points of damage dealt. Target's armor is damaged. All attribute boosts from the diamond-grade equipment are nullified. Across from him, young Master Huang Xiaoong realized his superpowered set of gear had just been rendered useless. Then he flew into a rage. My diamond-grade gear. Thrusting slash. 3 forms. Horizontal slash. Sweeps 1,000 armies. As he spoke, he began unleashing a series of incredibly powerful skills, slicing through the surrounding trees like tofu. But all of these skills were completely meaningless, as not a single one of his attacks could even touch Lin Ye. After unleashing so many energy-consuming skills, Huang Xiaoong was trembling like a dying man. Stand still for me, Huang Xiaoong said, panting like a bull, but before he could say anything more, the troublesome guy started clutching his stomach and rolling on the ground. It hurts. It hurts so much. What kind of weird skill did you use on me? With every roll, the guy lost 500 health points, and his health bar was already hitting rock bottom. And to keep this guy from kicking the bucket, our protagonist casually used a healing art to restore his health, then began to lecture him, "For a useless type like you with no combat skills. Even my normal attacks are enough to pierce your defense. You might as well surrender now. Sign this agreement. It says, I, Huang Xiaoong, voluntarily gift my diamond-grade equipment set to my classmate Lin Ye, as a token of my sincere apology, and I promise to never repeat my past wrongdoings again. So, what do you say?" he said calmly. But Huang Xiaoong, failing to grasp his situation, still yelled, "You damn bastard! In your dreams, don't even think about it." Huang Xiaoong said in a voice full of rage, and in response to this insolent attitude, Lin Ye attacked again, causing the guy's armor to explode into pieces. "Oh, my skill is off cooldown now. There goes your priceless defensive gear, you bastard, you still dare to threaten me. Eat this Pegasus meteor burst!" Huang Xiaoong shouted as he swung his sword, sending countless sharp rock fragments flying towards Lin Ye. They shot forward like arrows, followed by a sizable explosion that kicked up a cloud of dust. Seeing this, the young master began to laugh as if he had already won. "Ha ha ha ha! Are you still alive, you good-for-nothing?" But before he could even finish his sentence, a sudden series of cracking sounds rang out. At the same time, his entire right arm began to twist into an unnatural shape, and of course the one responsible was Lin Ye. Then he once again used a healing spell to restore the bones of that Huang Xiaoong back to their original state, while the spoiled young master was starting to feel a little scared. "Damn it, you're disgusting, you! If you touch me, my dad won't let you get away with this," the guy said in a panic. It seems that using one's family as a threat after losing a fight is a common habit for these types of young masters, but unfortunately for him it had no effect on our main character. "The thing I hate most is when people dare to threaten me." As he spoke, he began using a reverse healing spell, a plundering technique causing Huang Xiaoong to start wailing in agony, and his screams only made Lin Ye more excited. "Don't worry, your health is still full, let's keep going." And just like that, Lin Ye continuously used attack skills and then started healing him again, making it impossible for the guy to die. But living wasn't an option either. As for the little lackeys on the side, they were now trembling with fear. "Ugh, torture! This is torture! Boss, the guy we messed with, is he really a priest?" the frightened underling said. But before they could even process it, they witnessed a pillar of crimson lightning strike straight down. It scared their boss half to death. "Young Master Huang, he isn't really dead, is he?" he said, clutching his head. "Because if anything happened to that Huang Xiaoong, their own fate wouldn't be much different." And while the group was engrossed in their fight, they had no idea that at the base of a tree not far away, a camera left by some random guy was recording the entire incident. And what was even more interesting was that it was being live-streamed on social media, causing the netizens to go wild. "What's this? What's the paparazzi got for us today? Holy crap, what's going on? Isn't that the famous rich young master Huang Xiaoong? Who's the guy across from him? So many thugs. Are they trying to kill him to silence him? What kind of skill is that? That mage is so strong. Where did Huang Xiaoong get the nerve?" the group of people said in amazement after seeing Lin Ye. "He could easily wipe out all the minions." Then right after that, they heard the smug voice of this spoiled young master after he stepped onto the field once his minions were defeated. "Craving for more, you poor dog?" And this sentence of his truly enraged the online community. "My God, the way Huang Xiaoong talks is so disgusting. I can't believe he's so uneducated. No wonder he's so arrogant. Turns out he had something up his sleeve. How much must that set of equipment cost? I hate rich people." And just like that, the number of viewers pouring into the live stream kept increasing, currently at 123,358, and it showed no signs of stopping. Hot topic. Arrogant young master who uses his power to bully others meets his match. God-tier player with insane skills absolutely crushes him. After that, the crowd quickly witnessed the main character's power as he easily served the rich young master a beating, even though he was equipped with top-tier diamond-grade gear. Can money really do everything? I'm not seeing things, am I? That's a priest. He can heal and attack at the same time. What kind of talent does this priest have? He can directly shred a warrior's diamond-grade equipment with no level restrictions. Blood oath to find this god, I want to be his disciple. Not long after the live stream started, a few people had already begun to recognize Lin Ye's face. They quickly shared the info with others. Damn, he looks just like my classmate. Are you from Jiangcheng Vocational Academy?
We might be talking about the same person. I heard they had a conflict a few days ago.
Apparently, Huang Xiaoong tried to hit on Goddess Su but failed. I remember that guy as a priest. Is that important? First, this guy's dungeon record gets broken 2 days ago, and now he shows up out of nowhere to put Huang Xiaoong in his place? Doesn't it all just fit together perfectly? He must have awakened some kind of top-tier talent. Didn't someone leak before that the login IP of the god-tier player selling SSS, rank equipment, and skills was located in Jiangcheng? Right. Although this god set a dungeon record, it wasn't a large-scale professional level one. Plus, his transactions have been screenshotted before. The students at your school must recognize him, right? Meanwhile, a young girl named Bai Ji was also watching this live stream. Seeing the netizens' comments, she quickly jumped in to defend him.
That's not Lin Ye. I've bought equipment from the Great One before. He's very humble. Everyone stop spreading rumors.
But unfortunately, her words were immediately seen through by everyone. The person above is trying to cover it up, but it's so obvious. This has to be real. What now looks like the Great One can't hide his identity anymore. There will definitely be a lot more skilled people wanting to be the Great One's teammate. Does that mean I won't have a chance to ride his coattails anymore? The young girl thought, worried about her future. Meanwhile, in a Lin Ye fan group chat, everyone was excitedly discussing. God. Lin Ye is invincible. He can heal and he can deal damage. He can tank, restore monopole aggro. He's both support and main, DPS, carrying 3 roles at once. A god has descended. How can a priest just melt a warrior's entire health bar like that? It means the era of class discrimination is coming to an end. Priests will no longer be at the bottom of the food chain. The star of a new era has been born. Hearing that someone below excitedly suggested, "Class innovators, let's create the Church of Lin Ye. Break the resource barriers, shatter the talent limits." And it wasn't just this group. Even others were utterly furious with that Huang Xiaoong's actions. A guy like Huang Xiaoong is truly disgusting. He acts all innocent in front of girls, but in reality he just relies on his daddy. He even called people to gang up on a classmate, have them all arrested and punished. The young master of the Huang Corporation looks down on commoners like us, but he crumbled the moment he met a real tough guy. Look at that arrogant face. In reality, he's just a useless bum who relies on money. It's not just money. His dad, Huang Tianqi, is a high-ranking official in the Professionals Guild. He'll definitely use his dad's connections to get into the guild later. How can the Professionals Guild let scum like him in, like father, like son, kick him out? I hope the trashy Huang Corporation goes bankrupt and shuts down. It stinks. The Professionals Guild must give us an answer. Deal with this. The market value of Huang Corporation's stock has evaporated. Hackers launched a large-scale attack because the chairman's son was bullying a classmate. Back at Su Mumu's house, she pointed at the screen in front of her and said to her parents, "That Huang Xiaoong is just too much, Dad, Mom, we have to teach them a lesson," Su Mumu said, fuming. But in response to her suggestion, her parents slowly explained, "Mumu, you can't. That boy has a bad character. If he walks down an evil path, he'll naturally face the consequences. But if you always use power that isn't yours to crush others whenever you run into trouble, you'll never become an elite professional." In front of them, Su Mumu was still a bit worried after hearing that. "But Mom..." But before she could continue, her mother advised, "If we step in, wouldn't that make Lin Ye just like Huang Xiaoong? That boy can handle this himself, can't he?"